Hello, Pratham. What's up, bro? Logi, are you watching tech? What do you mean by tech? I'm gonna watch live VP versus Endpoint. Waiting for it to start. बैकग्राउंड में स्ट्रीम चल रही है अभी तो वीटो हो चुका है मैप्स आर इन्फर्नो नो मैप्स आर D2 मिराज एंड इन्फर्नो जब तक मैच स्टार्ट नहीं होता अपना वार्म अप कर लेते हैं इम्पोर्ट्स प्रैक्टिस वैक्टिस कल तो भाई क्या अपसेट किया कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी ना wasn't expecting that kind of result लोगी CL बॉब 21 और 5 से एम में फ़र्क आता है क्या बिकॉज मेरा एम काफ़ी फ़र्क पड़ता है जब मैं उसे चेंज करता हूँ तब प्रथम मैंने यार ये सब कमांड्स कभी भी ट्राई नहीं किए हैं ना ही एक्सपेरिमेंट किए हैं तो यार मैं इस बारे में कुछ कह नहीं सकता मैं काफ़ी स्टैटिक और रिजिड सेटिंग्स पे खेलता हूँ मैं ज़्यादा सेटिंग्स के साथ छेड़छाड़ नहीं करता तो आई एम नॉट द राइट गाय टू लाइक टेल यू एनीथिंग अबाउट दिस पर्टिकुलर थिंग yep चलो भाई स्ट्रीम तो मतलब कास्टर्स तो आ गए जल्दी शुरू होगा बढ़िया है
yesterday as well from Endpoint. With them always
By the way, thoughts on Poison coming back.
and that's going to
Really good
today
for
as well.
complexity, bro.
VP
उनकी
just managed
performance
to
में तुम्हें फर्क
get
दिख ही
back
गया है
over
वैसे तो.
pass and
He was a really influential player in their squad क्योंकि वो जब impact लाता है तो पूरी गेम पलट देता है भाई. बहुत momentum based hopper है वो. When he hits his shot, it's really difficult to stop him.
It's a map that heavily bases itself on aim, and if you're going to be hitting your shots, and if you're feeling like you're capable of hitting your shots, T side is usually the better side to start with. And if you get the ball rolling, well, we both know how momentum works, and I think everybody who's here right now also knows that. And that's a pretty big thing here in this game, right? And then Mirage, obviously, it's another map where it's more balanced, but again, why not T side? In any case, I believe we're ready to begin. Map 1, I believe, is about to start, as I just heard it with my little ear. And yes, indeed it is. Ladies and gents, it's the pistol.
चलो भाई start हो गया match.
Just to the choice of VP, and this is going to be our first map of the day.
yeah, not only that, of course, right now VP starting
Long
off on
fight.
the CT side as Endpoint wanted to start on that T side, and right now already the headshots coming out both ways. The Glock's actually even on long distance, not even doing too bad.
Player
for
to look
Crucial
out
here.
for
Finding the
at
trade straight
in
back onto
Endpoint is
Yakuza. James is
Flames
tagged down to
and
just 5 HP.
Crucial
At
है
the
ना.
end,
Yep.
well, Endpoint already kind of pulling back for a
Crucial
second,
नहीं
but
Surreal है.
will then
Crucial ही
try
है.
it.
और इधर भाई ये
Towards the
Kinder
aim
and
of
Jane.
right now, long distance always difficult against the USP.
Ooh.
Still lots of damage being dashed out. And right now, Robin still keeping this
चलो
3
they
on
have
3
double
going.
smoke for
And
the
Endpoint
cross.
are going to try and close the distance towards the bomb
CTs
site.
भी 3 यहाँ पे, Ts भी 3 यहाँ पे.
Well, they're certainly closing the gap, and right now with
missing
Buster
shots.
getting absolutely mauled as well, Jame is left alone, and already seems to be Jame time right here.
Same time.
He
Hello
still has
Zetrix, Sense
100%
versus
of the
Swag लगाना.
Kevlar, so
नहीं
if
ये
he
वाला
really
देखूंगा यार
decides
मैं.
to save, he can save
True,
the Kevlar,
एकदम flashy
have
ऊपर
head
है.
armor
Hello bro,
bought
where
up
is
for
my fog?
350 next,
We have
and
no
then see
idea.
what
Logi automatic
he
joined.
and his team
Yes,
can do
I know,
in the
I know.
move or in the rounds
That's a
afterwards.
big
But
blow
this
for
is going to be
CS,
1-0.
bro.
Endpoint will win the pistol round, ladies and gentlemen. The T side of Dust with a quick push towards long. It is Endpoint that secured themselves victory. And, well, I'll be darned, but this is actually really good for Endpoint, if you ask me. This is probably, well, this is the best start they could have hoped for. They have 3 survivors likewise, and they're definitely going to be happy with how this one is turning out to be. As Endpoint, well, it's theirs at least to open up with.
Chalo bhai, force by time.
And I'm actually really surprised that VP didn't take more of the long range
VP, of
battles.
course,
They
force
did kind
by.
of stay back towards the bomb site. Sure, you might catch a headshot or two,
Yep.
but the fact is that if
Jam
you
on the
return
scout.
that damage, then you're just going to be
Sanji
just
with the
as good as
FAMAS.
those T's when it comes down to those
Buster
USPs.
ने
All
drop
you have to
दी
do
Sanji
is
को
hit those headshots, of
FAMAS.
course.
इन्होंने ऐसा
Easily
किया भाई.
said, more easily said than
Kickert
done.
और Buster
But
ने
at
एक
the
एक
same time,
FAMAS दी
you
है.
do the early damage within this
This is
round.
a
You
new
might
thing.
still have a little bit of a chance depending on
VP
how
has
this goes.
junior
They've
team
forced
too.
into
I don't know.
2 FAMASes, 2 Deagles.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
have the
VP
Scout as
Prodigy
well.
करके
That
ना.
has already found a little bit of success. It's already Sanji here proving his worth, finding one, looking for more. But
Double FAMAS लेके they're fighting long.
line up for Yakindar, and we know that
VP
he can
बहुत
find these.
नई
He
नई
does
चीजें
exactly so.
दिखाती है यार.
T's
In
already
terms
now
of
reduced
economy
to 2 men.
management and in
Of course,
terms of
extremely
buys as
difficult
well.
now for Buster over towards the B bomb
बहुत
site.
rare
He's
है
gonna
कि
be
you
dealing with
see
that 10
like second round
of
में
Crucial
your
moving in,
teammates
and Mighty
dropping 2
Max trying
FAMAS.
to help
Oh, I
his
love
teammate
this.
out as
और ये
well.
बहुत
Bomb
एंटी स्ट्रैटिंग
there
करते
to
हैं
support,
इनके
but thus far
जितने
bomb
मैंने
site not quite
इंटरव्यूज
clear
पढ़े
just yet.
हैं और
Buster
ये किंडर
Look
के
at
सुने
still
हैं.
hiding out for
बहुत
quite a
एंटी
while.
स्ट्रैटिंग
And
करते
maybe
हैं.
Jane can actually pull the attention towards himself. He doesn't need to.
No.
As right now, still Buster does get caught by Crucial. The bomb's going to be planted. Endpoint now with a slight advantage. Although the weaponry surely speaks for VP as well, as Jane now going to be on that AK flashbang through. An explosive re-entry,
Not
that's not going to happen. Crucial to shut him down.
चलो he
Looks like
saved the
Yakindar
area.
days might also be
Cheeky
numbered, taking
Yakindar.
the
Save the
through.
AK.
ये किंडर बहुत पसंद है यार मेरे को.
But Buster
VP
was
में
all
मेरा
on Buster.
favorite
If he
player
had
है.
hit that shot, if he had stayed
Yakindar,
alive with getting the one frag,
yeah.
that would have been the round for VP. Endpoint, on the other hand, though, Crucial with his crucial shots, with his crucial decision making, saves the day. And even though
काफी damage किया इन्होंने. Let's see if they buy or eco now.
the damage is dealt. Endpoint secure
They
themselves
can
the
buy
second round, and
if
that
they
is
want
going to
because
be a
they can
perfect
fight for
start
the
for the T
economy,
side.
but if they lose it then
As
दिक्कत भी
you know, we
हो जाएगी.
did
पर
kind of
जीत गए तो
mention
reward भी मिलेगा.
Endpoint.
But I think इको ही
They
करेंगे.
are the underdog, absolutely,
They
but they
won't
are
take
also a
this much
contender.
risk.
They
Yep, going
absolutely
for
can
eco.
also bring up to the platter what other teams do when they face
क्योंकि
off
टीज का buy
VP,
better ही रहेगा.
at least of the same
गलेल्स भी
caliber or at
afford
least
करेंगे
similar
अगर वो
caliber.
बिना nades के. The
We can
weaponry
see here
advantage
Mighty
will be in
Max.
favor
Good
of
tag.
these.
It's an eco round, so you know there's not much
ये
to lose
Kinder
here from
किधर
the side
गया
of
है?
VP,
Early
but
shot boost लिया.
it's an annoyance, and it's just a, I guess you could say, a demoralizing effect, basically.
This is Molly for the mid cubby. ये Kinder के लिए flash setup किया हुआ है shot पे.
See how VP, of course, then get back into this right now. You're not going to be forcing around that AK as you want to get back on your feet with weaponry as soon as possible.
Mid लेके game slow कर दी. Long
Tease
push
here
देख
taking
रहा
easy
है.
control of mid and
Flames.
then looking to close out over towards B bombs. And of course, always a chance there for USP, for CZ to find success. But right now, the damage only going one way, and Endpoint kills the AK from ᴍᴏᴜ, not going to be doing too much. But Buster, yet again, staying quiet on the B bomb plate, is going to find one. But one kill might be all they're going to get.
Hello Shubham.
ᴍᴜᴜ at 3 HP, falling back, looking to keep that AK going. At the same time now, him and Sanji, there's not a whole lot
Flames
to actually be
मार
saved
देगा
through apart
दोनों
from
को.
ᴍᴜᴜ with the body armor
Easy for
and also
Flames.
the AK, and Sanji can certainly try and help him achieve that, but it looks like Flame already doing a good job. Molly not actually deployed
Oh.
in towards pit, and I love that.
चलो
Doesn't know
AK भी
where the
recover
player
हो
is
गई.
exactly,
VP का
does
score
find him after all
है
with the max
0.
end.
अपना
$600
Logi
to
लग रहा है
$300,
hero.
and
वाह.
obviously you save that Molly through. That's
Decoy
$400
वाह.
you get to
तुम
keep
तो
in your
शायर
pockets.
निकले भाई.
And certainly something where the T's can now build a little bit of a or pocket already. So they can further invest into utility in the rounds to come if they now get trouble from VP. And this is certainly the round to go.
And you know it's going to be trouble from VP, right? We know that. I mean, right now it's going to open up with VP having the up on Jame as
चलो
always.
भाई.
We've got
First
the
gun round.
rifles coming out in the full swing.
Long take
Interestingly,
लिया.
not a single kit. I'm not fully sold on that idea that they're playing without a kit. But okay, good nade.
I think
though.
they're gonna do
Crucial
a
and
A split.
surreal.
Short ले चुके हैं.
The
They have
hands of
3 going
ᴍᴜᴜ
long.
will drop down to 49 and 46
This is
HP. That's
really
an insane
effective
amount
thing
of
to
damage
do
with
on
a
Dust
single
2.
HE.
Splitting
And
A.
that's how much $300 can do. So look at the
Let's see if they
effectiveness of
can
that, eh? In any case,
punish
though,
Sanji or
Endpoint,
not.
they're looking for an A split. Through short, through long. They're trying to hit this one best they can. And here comes the push through long as well. Is now
Nice
set,
refrag.
as it is going to be Sanji holding the drop. It's Flames that refrags, and Tyler, this looks like an actual
Nice.
commitment.
Really effective.
Ģekinder gets caught in
This
goose.
thing is
Ooh, yeah,
particularly
yeah, this
really
is-
effective on
This
Dust
is
2.
a save already. I think,
Really
for
difficult
VP.
to counter. ये इसका काउंटर
Especially
यही है.
since they
अगर
don't
तुम्हारा
catch the
A long
cross
वाला
with the
एंकर
bomb.
A long पे नहीं मारता
And
तो राउंड
that's
खत्म
kind
है
of the
क्योंकि तुम
point
स्प्लिट
where
हो जाओगे फिर.
VP not really
You
holding on
need
towards
the
long enough.
both A players to shut down
I
together
am
one
kind
area,
of always
either
a fan
short or
of,
either long. दोनों
one
में से
towards
एक
mid, one
को.
over towards the B bomb site,
अगर
one
दोनों
holding
गए
short, but then
फिर
doing
राउंड
double long.
ओवर.
Having 2 players on towards
Really
long
good call
usually gets you a
by
little
the
bit
IGL.
more safety in that direction, and that's certainly something that VP could pull into consideration. Of course, we do have to remember it is their own map pick. Yes, it's still early in the game. It doesn't matter if you go 4, 5, sometimes even 6-0 down. You can certainly recover from a stage like that, but at some stage in the next
Good
3, 4
start.
rounds, you need to have some glimmer of hope to try
Good
and
start
get a
for
round in.
Endpoint.
Otherwise, Endpoint might just
Hello
start to run
Rahul,
away
what's
with
up?
this one. We know how they always start on the T sides, and they're certainly
I
not
am your
stopping
green
anytime
boost.
soon. The pace is there, and it's certainly working
Agent
out.
vegan.
VP though, of course, bring 3 weapons through. They can then support
Chalo, they
ᴍᴜᴜ
can
and
buy.
Sanji with further reacquisitions.
Jame has a long spawn
So
with
it
the
is still
op.
going to be a competitive round, but they'll have to think about what they actually want to bring to the setup in this
Okay,
round.
they're
because
boosting short.
guessing that Endpoint
4A
are gonna
start
put
कर
further
रहे हैं.
pressure over towards long. Could be
And
easily
Endpoint
just
fast long
already
take ले
seen on
रही
the
है.
radar. Smoke flashbang out towards long. Nobody contesting it for VP.
There's a boost in short, so yeah, this boost
Okay,
will
now they
secure them
know
the entry.
too
That's
short.
great. VP, they've decided that instead of playing for long control and really early on
किल
vying
लेके
for it,
restructure कर
they're going
दिया
to
भाई,
go
बी
to
चले गया,
counter other
एक
positions.
मिड
And I
आ
love
गया.
this from VP, actually. They're pushing top or upper halls
Okay,
of
now they're
B.
pushing to
They're
B
definitely
after killing
looking
the
aggressive towards short. And now
extreme
with already an
player.
entry secured, the only thing they have to do here is play smart. Let James be in his position. Let James be with his trusty op. And this is going to be a tough one. A very
किंडर
tough
ने
one.
कोई
In
तो
any
वन वे
case,
स्मोक
how
किया
it
भाई
goes is
साइड पे.
Sanji comes out wide with the flash. Crucial will refrag. They know there's somebody in Gandalf. Absolutely, they must be aware of it. As it is James that takes the shot, but Gekindar burns Crucial alive. And we do see that Endpoint is finally coming up to an abrupt halt as they're losing control. And there we go.
He has lost
BP should be able
James'
to secure
position.
victory now from this forward. James comes out of the corner.
ये
And it
किंडर ने
is going to be
कुछ
the first round to
स्मोक डाला था
VP.
कि
It
शायद उसके
costs them
अराउंड
a
ऑप
little
पर
bit.
खेल पाए,
It takes them a little bit of time.
क्योंकि
But
ये
they
मैंने पहले भी
finally
देखा है
get
वीपी
it.
वालों
And I
को
love
करते
the
हैं.
fact that they do not contend for long
Nice.
immediately, really. You could immediately see that boost on short, go for the peak, deny the flank, or at least the lurk, and voila, you've got yourself the round.
Yeah, I still think that if Endpoint would
Crucial
have
round for
contested long a
VP.
little bit quicker and actually would have pushed up, then it would have been more trouble. But in the end, yes, it works out. And I also love
Again
the
starting
players towards
4A.
Gandalf. You find one and don't
शॉट
expect
डबल
Jake
बूस्ट
to
एंड
also be
सोलो
in that
लॉन्ग
corner
ले
because
रहा है.
thanks to the smoke, you weren't quite
बूस्ट
aware
देके बी वाला
of
प्लेयर वापस भी आ
who
गया.
is going to be there. And you get one kill, well, surely there's not going to be a triple. It all worked out for the
A
previous
shot
round.
missed.
Short, quick boost doesn't
Okay,
work
you know
out.
I am not interested in watching this match, but you
But at
are
least the
interested in
nade
watching it.
seemed to do a little bit of damage.
भाई,
Surreal already
these
down to 9
teams,
HP
both teams
early on
are
in this
really
round.
good. इसलिए मैं तो देखना पसंद
Find an
करता हूँ
early
भाई.
kill
दोनों
for
teams
them.
बहुत अच्छी हैं.
However, mid, mostly open.
Underrated हैं.
They're keeping the focus on the
इनसे
bomb
बहुत कुछ
sites.
सीखने को मिलता है.
And I love this as well that Sanji is going in towards CT spawn.
मैं मैचेस भाई
Now
किसी
you can
टीम को
certainly
पर्टिकुलरली
readjust from
सपोर्ट
that
करने के लिए
position.
नहीं देखता. वैसे भी मैं इसलिए देखता हूँ कि भाई कुछ सीख पाऊँ और आगे जाके अपनी गेम में, अपनी टीम गेम में इम्प्लीमेंट कर पाऊँ.
Short control going to be contested for. It does look like finally Endpoint, well, not finally, but rather they've
5v5 है. पूरा मैप कंट्रोल ए शॉट का ले चुके हैं. लेट्स सी अब क्या करते हैं 5v5 में.
They are gathering up on short, so if I'd had to wager, I'd say this is a execution. Yet might not be a
Faking a A execute and going mid to B. Nice.
Outside mid and outside B. Yep, flames. There's the entry.
Okay, let's see. 4v4 हो गया. They got one A guy. Now they know at least 2 are B. Now they will go A, which is pretty smart. Yakinder is in a really good position. Let's see how many can he get.
But his
He
damage
gets
also not
refragged.
going to come through as great as he expected. Still, he gets an assist and the kill
Nice
also
flash.
earlier on. So really, James now has all the
James is
out
smarty.
for a great flashbang.
Nice shots.
Grabs 2 kills.
James
Just
beast.
as easy as that
We
to
watch
secure the
so
round.
we
James,
can
of
learn
course,
from
gets
you.
a lot of flack
सब
every
सीखेंगे
so
भाई
often,
मिलके. हमें
but
तुझसे
at
सीखने
least
को
in that
मिलता है.
situation, grabs himself the kills.
जेम ने बहुत अच्छा
Helped
खेला
out his
भाई ये
teammate
राउंड.
as well. And at the end of it, it's a second round for VP.
जेम very good
It's
stuff.
their way to get straight back
फ्लैश
into the game.
जैसे ही
You're
फटा
never
फ्लैश के
really
साथ
out of
ही
it.
वाइड
Of
पीक
course,
विद द ऑफ मतलब ही ट्रैक डाउन
4 or
द
5
एरिया.
rounds, it doesn't
फिर उसके
matter.
बाद तो he was
Just
confident
try
that
to
he will
lose
get
the
the second
first
kill.
rifle round and then you get straight back in after.
एंड पॉइंट की भी कॉल
And it
तो
all
बढ़िया
works
थी.
out
दिक्कत
fine.
कॉल में नहीं थी.
Just the most important
बस
thing is
जेम
now to
played
use the second round.
really
Go in,
good
have a little
individually
bit of
there.
budget. No, as soon as Endpoint get back into it, pistols close range, they are dangerous. At least Gekindar there ready in support.
Oh,
And,
yes.
well, not just
I love
supporting,
it.
but shutting down.
Look at just the
लोग
fact
भैया
how well
सामने
he
कौन
plays
सा
that,
टूर नहीं
how
आ रहा
well
है.
he
आपको
closes
पता
it
है
out.
कुछ?
It's absolutely gorgeous
किसकी
to
बात
watch.
कर रहे हो आप? इंडिया में?
Gekindar and his
किस चीज?
qualities.
थोड़ा
Look at
प्रिसाइजली
this.
पूछो.
This is exactly what you want to see out of a rifle, and how a rifle to be utilized.
आज थोड़ा
Just
एम ऑफ
beautiful
सा लग
stuff,
रहा है ये
really.
किंडर
And
का
the
ना.
fact that he pulls
इतना
back
क्लीन नहीं मार पा
and
रहा
not
आज.
looking
थोड़ा
for more
शेकी
after
और विफी
he
सा
gets
एम हो
hit,
रखा है.
after he drops down to 10-20
नहीं तो
HP.
बहुत क्लीन है मैच
That
का.
just tells you how smart of a player and
Again
how good
starting
of a player
4A.
this is.
They're taking long and short
yeah, this
both.
is going to be Endpoint down to a single round difference. They have AKs out
Boosting
again,
for lower.
but this time, once more, the boost on short
Nice.
will be
Oh my
countered.
god.
Mighty Max reading that like an open
This
book.
was really good by Mighty
Oof,
Max.
okay, that's going to hurt a little
Running
bit,
down
especially
mid
with
and
Jane being the
pre-firing
one
the
to be
boost.
caught. That's the
ये
upper
मैंने पहले
down.
कभी नहीं देखा, to be honest.
Yakinder has upgraded
I have never
into the
seen
op
this
itself.
before.
Though VP,
This
they've got a very
was a
stretched
hard
defense,
counter to the
especially
boost.
towards middle. This is going to be hard
इंडिया
to
में यार
hold if it's a
ESL
B split.
मास्टर्स तो चल
And
रहा है,
Endpoint,
देन
they might have
PEC का
they
अभी वो
might have
इवेंट
a way
चलेगा
into this round.
और ROG मास्टर्स आने वाला है.
Well, CT smoke down, Buster close range should have
Let's
that
see, they
first
have the
opener
man
depending on his timing
advantage.
with the peaks and also how Surreal are going to go at this. Surreal though just
Slow
straight
peek
out,
around the
finds the
corner.
headshot as well.
Yeah.
Now P-Box
Round
open.
is gone.
Round
Nothing
is
to
gone, yep.
contest with for
10-3
VP.
आ रहे हैं.
And yeah, you can already see with the VP, they stagnated over towards the A bomb, so it's all about just getting through. And at the same time, I mean, Endpoint right now, sure, you can maybe send one, maximum of 2 players out hunting.
इनके पास पैसे नहीं है हंट के लिए. I don't think they will hunt. तभी Flames just passively back hold कर रहा है. They will save their econ. They will save their guns because they want to build the economy first before hunting. क्योंकि अगर यहाँ पे ये जाके मरते हैं next round इनके पास utility और weaponry कम रहेगा. तो देखते हैं.
They have that money in their pockets.
If I was the IGL, I would never tell my teammate to hunt even one guy. That's why they are not hunting. They are just holding.
Still, I like the
Baki, let's see.
way that Endpoint is
Maybe
doing it right now,
they're
not
willing to give up
overstretching just yet,
one guy.
waiting to actually play this together, use their utility that they do still have, retake certain parts.
They just
But as
played
well,
it
using
the
their
right way.
smokes,
Ek flash
using
pe they just cleared long doors and now they are
opportunities
chilling.
to back that's not
Nice.
necessary, and that's $1,200 yet again, just brought
Good
through in that
round.
part alongside the other utility.
Let's
And yeah,
see
you can see
where James goes now.
plenty of money to
He
buy
has
still,
died on short boost.
so no problems in that regard.
Let's see what he
VP though, they win
switches
3
up
in a row,
as an opper
lose the next
after
one,
getting countered.
and Endpoint at least can still build on that lead that they have built.
This time I think they're taking 3 long. Yep, James
That's
is
the
flashing
thing,
for them.
With
Abey,
this
abey,
early
abey,
start
abey.
they were able to begin. It really gives them
James ने
you know,
flashes
a
दिए
bit of a
long के लिए
running
and shot ले लिया.
boost, I guess you can even say. In any
Terrorist
case,
doing a loose kind of default,
they're
checking long
looking at a
early.
very defaulty
Long पे
setup by
block हो गए, now
Endpoint,
they'll
not
work
even
up
looking
short.
for too much aggression, be it either towards middle
Xbox
or
smoke
short.
डालने जा रहा है ये.
And I want to see if they again look to go for that
Yo Roxy, what's
B
up?
split perhaps. Smoke on Xbox. And a very standard procedure by the looks of it. As they encroach on towards short and middle. It's a bit of a time burner though. This is the problem for Endpoint. They'll have to face off it at one point anyway.
Again walking out mid,
Taking this much
4v4.
time to even
Long
get
पे एक
towards
मारा,
middle
mid पे
will
refrag
cost
हुआ,
them even
revenge
more
frag हुआ.
time to get anywhere else. Flames
मरेगा
opens it
Flames,
up,
क्या
but
लगता है?
unfortunately it was ᴍᴇᴱ that's ready for the refrag. And the adjustment for VP is that now there are 2 players on B. Oh, another one being spotted on long.
मरे.
Surely they will be aware
Sandwich.
of the support push, and yes, they are. Jake
अरे,
finds one.
बच
There
गया
goes
भाई.
ᴍᴇᴱ with the second.
इनके
And
पास
the mid
long
push
भी
is
नहीं था, इनके पास
immediately
short
denied,
भी
but
नहीं था.
Keepert already
अगर
rotating
short
over
वाले
to
terrorist
CT.
अपने
Now
aim
Flames,
पे
no
मार देते
smoke,
तो
no
round easily
utility.
convert हो जाता, but
30
जेम और
seconds.
येकेंडर ने दोनों ने
There's
मार
no
दिया
option
उनको.
but to go and commit here. The loss bonus is too great to be passed up now.
I think he could maybe still take a player out.
Next
It's not
time
gonna
अभी
happen
जब
as VP.
थी
Do keep 4
HSBC
players
खेलेगा तो
going,
काशर भी
win the round
जितना
as well.
कोई एक गेम में भी होप नहीं करता
And even
अपने
here,
तो
like
और
having a
होप करता
small
है.
little back and
और
forth,
है ही क्या
tussle
भाई इंडिया
isn't
में?
even all too
और तो
bad.
है ही नहीं भाई.
Especially VP can now string more
और
rounds
है
after
ही
that
नहीं यार.
single one.
CS
They
में
will
अभी
be able to bring
teams
Endpoint
है
down to their
teams.
knees for a
Only
bit. You've already mentioned
जितनी
of
मेरी
course, loss
उंगली
bonus
है ना
is gonna be there,
उससे
but if
कम orgs हैं इंडिया
Endpoint
में
do
अभी
lose
CSGO
this
में.
round without keeping any players alive, then well, they're gonna be down to some sort of force. Then of course use the loss bonus in the rounds after.
2-1-2 start किया है,
But at
boosting
the
the
same
upper
time,
short.
VP,
They're
they've
pushing
got money
double
in
B
their
early
pockets.
round.
Keeper almost towards
Long
that
take
9K
हुआ है,
mark.
that's why they pushed B
Buster around
early
6K,
round.
ᴍᴇᴱ the same, and Jame around 5K as well. So there is enough money for the whole team.
So they
to
have
still
the
buy.
whole
Right
information
now,
about
they're
B.
taking space
Now
in
they will
towards the
stack
top
A
side.
because they
know
know B
all
is
that
clear.
side of the map is clear, and they can fully focus in towards long. And right now, that'll still be very dangerous.
भाई
as
फिर
Endpoint are
भी तो
close
at least
range
5
already
teams
towards
से
bomb
खेल
site.
चुका है. Yep,
Smoke down,
I know.
covering off the Molotov as well. Right now, ready for everything as
Again
Buster
वही
and Jame
smoke डाला
already taking
येकेंडर ने.
damage. Sure, Endpoint are now
plays
trying
ये
to move
तीनों
out
हैं.
towards the site, but
Too easy
nowhere near
organization
clear.
नहीं है. They are not a salaried
Start
team.
thinking about getting the bomb down.
Same forfeit for esports.
Well, getting the bomb down
They're
is
playing
gonna be
under a
problem.
banner, but
Look
they're
at
not
this.
like salaried.
Flames is clearing up. Headshot. He gets Sanji. As Buster will re-Molotov the default spot. Ooh, it's a little bit wide. It actually hits
Blaze is not an org.
The barrier here, more specifically,
Blaze
the
is
ramp.
an org.
ᴍᴏᴜᴜ,
I think so.
all still nades.
Blaze
And
तो है और
unfortunately, in this
जितना मेरे
case,
को
Endpoint
पता
is
है.
the one on
Blaze
the
और
losing side of
headshot
these
ही है और
engagements.
कभी
Oh,
इंडिया में
crucial
CS में
through
तो.
car. He's peeking out, getting himself one. As he will be taken care of by ᴍᴏᴜ. It's going to be Robin in a 1-on-2. He's got the AK. He's got the time. And he's definitely got the option to win this. Unfortunately, ᴍᴏᴜ will immediately jump the gun as soon as the opportunity presents itself. And there it is. The tie is here. VP. Not only are they going to be able to pull this back into a 5-5, but also force another pistol buy coming out from Endpoint. Should be Kevlar's pistols and a little bit of utility for Endpoint at the very best. If they decide to invest here and go for a full rush, or excuse me, a full force, then they're in real trouble. But I think they're going to be able to at least go for like a mini buy, that's it, and they should be good and dandy moving forward.
Eagles coming out, you could have also
Logi
brought
plays
a little bit
self-funded.
more
I
body
think
armor.
they don't have
But at the
sponsors.
end
Only
of it,
himself.
yet again, Jay,
नहीं.
great opening with the
Reckoning
arm onto Robin. Scout
CSGO
already
roster
gone.
drop कर चुकी है अपना.
Endpoint. The rest of the team
काफी
all
time
want
पहले.
Eagles, some of them with body armor, some of them don't have any. And right now, shots are announced. Well, pretty much
I
the
love this.
program that we expected here. VP finding their kills, ᴍᴜᴜ with the double now from short.
Hello ASK
Does
Ends
fall back
versus 100
from
भी
it as
चालू है.
well,
Yes
gives
I
them
know,
space,
but I want to watch this match,
and it's
bro.
down to a 2-on-5. For VP, it's most important to keep at least 4 players alive, at
This
least all
game is
5
gonna be more interesting.
would
That's
be
why
the
I'm
best.
watching this.
But yeah, I mean, right now,
I think भाई मेरे हिसाब से तो
everything
वो
is
और गया
coming
धर्मेश.
up for them.
Self-funded, I don't know,
You had
but
4 rounds off
as
straight
far
off the
as
bat for
I
VP,
know, they are
or for
a
Endpoint, sorry.
organization.
But since then, it's been VP getting back into the game, and the game that we expected from there on out. I would expect them to also take bigger lead
Nice.
towards halftime.
Clean
Of course,
round,
it is their
5
only
guns.
pick. They certainly know how to play Dust2, no doubt about it. And this is now basically, in the past 7 rounds, 6 going the way of VP.
Yeah, the best part for them is the fact that they're able to
आप किस team के
pretty
लिए
much
खेल
build
रहे
up an
हो
economy
अभी?
that
Type
is going to be very
exclamation
hard to
team
break
bro,
for the
in
side
chat.
of Endpoint. First of all, you can see that the bank for the majority of the players has risen to at the minimum of $4,000 or more, and that already creates a bit of a problem here. Endpoint, they can't really afford to lose rounds, and they can't really afford to not win rounds either. So it's a very convoluted position they're in.
Again a
They
slow
lose
default
this,
by
and they're back to
Endpoint.
pistols and Kevlar if they don't plant.
Long
Of course,
take
they
कर
win
चुके
this,
हैं.
and if they lose more than 2 or 3 players, they're in a very bad spot. So overall, Endpoint right now, they should be hard
Hello
focused
शोभित,
on just
कैसे हो भाई?
working as a unit to break onto the A side by the looks of it, and not give any sort of solo peeks towards long or towards B, because James is waiting, of course, on long itself. And there are 2 players on B that's going to be holding the line. So Endpoint know better than to bum rush something like this. Very good nade.
Nice nade.
Oh my, Flames down to 41. This is an excellent start. I have to say still, this is really just the best start that VP could have hoped for when it comes to
Nice
losing
opening, 5v4
5-0 or 4-0
advantage.
and finding a way back like this. It really couldn't be better.
No, you are 88k richer on stream.
Albeit the fact that Endpoint have 5 rounds itself
भाई वो
is
gloves
proof
बिके नहीं ना यार
that
अभी
VP are
तक.
not
It's
invincible,
tough to
and
sell them.
above all
लोगी
else,
भैया
that they are not.
one Indian CSGO player का salary कितने digit में
Perfect.
होगा? 5.
Yeah, I don't know. It's mostly just down to them losing pistol though, and then having the trouble to get started.
पता नहीं यार.
Instead, it's kind of been doing all right
Around,
here for them. ᴍᴜᴜ yet again going aggressive. They pay the price for it. Does find 1 kill. James, a little bit too aggressive towards long, and right now Endpoint certainly making them pay for that. Buster and ᴍᴜᴜ though are going to find kills.
Oh, no
ᴍᴜᴜ
way.
just continuing
Okay.
on, all down to Flames.
Not
But
like
he can
this.
certainly hold on from long, and he doesn't even need to peek
Nice
as wide
shot.
as he does. But he does find the success and can now bring it to a secondary 1v1 as well. But ᴍᴜᴜ, he can certainly hit these shots, and he'll do exactly that. Too
या
tight of a round that
10,000
VP
ये बात तो है.
do take their 7th
CSGO
now.
या Valorant की टीम
Further
की
extend that
सैलरी
lead. But
किसी
yeah,
भी
as you
इंडिया
said,
में I
they
don't
can
think
certainly
lakhs में तो
challenge.
होगी भाई.
But if they can actually still poke the bear as long as they want to, is a whole different question. I
Lakhs
think,
में
right
तो
now.
किसी की भी नहीं होगी भाई. Esports
PSA, poking bears
में
is usually
इंडिया
not
में
good
अभी.
for your health, so people don't listen to Tyler's advice at poking the bear. If you see a bear in the wild, just do not turn your back to it. Become big, become loud so he hears you, and get the hell out of there step by step, going backwards. Usually that works. Or if it starts chasing you, well, go downhill. That's another great suggestion. In any case, it is going to be 7-5.
I made a joke because VP is a bear.
I know. Come on, I'm joking. I'm playing with you.
Crying.
Oh no.
Oh no, I'm just kidding.
Tyler.
I mean, right now, you know what? You know what's the best part? I don't
फिर
see
से split पे जाने वाले क्या
anybody
ये?
else
क्या
try.
लगता है?
And
वो
that's
round
great,
इनका निकला
because
था.
people in chat right now
Our calm,
Round
aren't
पिछला भी
they?
निकल जाता है यार इनका
Yeah,
थोड़ा
exactly.
unlucky हो
we're
गया.
expecting VP to kind of maybe have a little bit of a slow start. It's a 9 a.m. start game. I mean, come on.
We expected this to be happening as well. I certainly hoped for Endpoint to prove their worth,
Nice
to prove
smoke
their
by
quality, and
Akinder.
they're doing this
ये
exactly
चीज
so
बहुत करता है ये जब शॉट पे
charmingly
अपने
so.
स्मोक्स आते हैं अपना स्मोक डाल के आगे हो जाता है
and
इसीलिए
they know Yekendar's gonna
एंटिसिपेट
be in
कर
that
रहे हैं
corner.
ये
He's
लोग.
done it too many times.
Yeah, he's going to move out of there. It's a one-and-done spot. If you don't have support from side, if you don't have somebody else close range, usually it's a very easy
दोनों
spot
टीम्स
to
अच्छे
clear.
से
And as soon as
प्रिपेयर
the
करके
smoke
आई
goes, they
हैं
would have seen
एक
his
दूसरे के लिए.
shoulder, they would have seen his side, and, well, he would be in dire trouble.
इस राउंड
Pop
ऑपर
flash,
बी पे है.
I guess.
तीन
They wanna
राइफलर हैं यहाँ पे. Let's
do
see
this
how
one.
does
Here
it
comes
work
the
out.
push through short. It's going to be a pop flash from Goose as Yekindar is playing from ramp. And here comes the big flash as Keepert finds two. The spray down by Sanji, and Yekindar again delivering.
50 के नीचे ही होगा CSGO अभी इंडिया में. कल G2 ठोक दिया
are controlling this the way you'd imagine one to be able to, especially the likes of VP. And individually, they are better. Individually, they're performing better, and they're definitely hitting their shots. As you said, it takes them a few moments, it takes them a few rounds to wake up the old machine, or at least to warm up the old engine. But they seem to be getting on point here, and this is going to be very hard for Endpoint to break. I mean, the fact is they pushed with 4 players through short, and they're unable to get a single frag. Well, actually, the single frag they do get is not really going to be enough, I guess, in the end to pull them through. Pistols and Kevlar, as mentioned, they are in dire trouble right now, Endpoint. 8-5 as
खतरनाक कमबैक
5
कर
rounds
लिया
for
VP
T-side
वालों ने.
of Dust is not exactly optimal. And look at the great utility usage out of VP as well. They've been hitting these nades so well.
Yet again,
Oh,
double in
yeah.
towards mid. Sure, it is
Of
only up
course.
against those pistols, but they can also hit headshots, make his life miserable.
रुक ही नहीं रहा भाई अब तो.
He finds
आज
a
G2
4K.
complexity
James
अब
really been
बढ़िया
strong
मैच
enough
होगा.
here today, and that's what you need, especially going into a Dust 2.
कल यार अपसेट था, बहुत बड़ा अपसेट था वो यार. वाइटैलिटी को मतलब हरा दिया ठीक है, बट बहुत ज्यादा लाइक ओवरपास तो बहुत ज्यादा वन साइडेड हो गया.
As it is just continuing on here. 6 rounds in a row as they look to make it 7.
4A start again. They're going double shot.
Going in towards halftime. As soon as VP have settled in this game, seems pretty set, of course. When it comes down to the vetoes, a Dust 2, a Mirage, also not all too bad for Endpoint. I think Mirage certainly later on can get interesting with them starting on the T side again. Would love to see them be just as quick and aggressive as they were yesterday in their game. And maybe they would still have a chance to push it on towards a 4-3 mapper, towards Inferno. I think everybody here tuning in is kind of expecting most of these games today to go to nil. We do have a high caliber of invited teams in the tournament.
कितना प्रोएक्टिव खेल रहे हैं भाई. अभी शॉट पे एज अ 3-man aggression किया, अभी पुश कर रहे हैं, सिटीज लॉन्ग रीगेन कर रहे हैं. वीपी भाई रुक ही नहीं रही है भाई. फुल प्रोएक्टिव CS भाई.
How much and
They
how?
keep on
That's the
like
question mark, of
capitalizing
course.
on the
Prediction is that
numbers,
they should
area,
win effectively
information.
in terms of odds and chances. Mighty Max, good control of lower. And a second player is coming in through, but he unfortunately is not suspecting it anymore. As James is holding long, that angle of attack is going to be very dire for the side of VP. They need that kill. James needs to hit it. Buster still gets one.
Chalo, 2v2.
As James will be able to turn it into a 2v2. This is a doable position to work from.
They
from
just
now
have a
on.
one smoke
17 seconds as VP fail.
Run boost.
to hold long, but at least now they have a bit of a gap in the smoke as well to fuse. The jump spot being spotted and being checked. The timing here, timing
nice.
Robin though.
Nice.
What a beautiful moment here as Robin literally jumps onto the edge and takes the chance and absolutely
Stream our match.
decimates the
No,
side
no,
of
bro.
VP. There we go. 9 to
As
6
I'm watching
final
from
score
school
for
lab.
first half.
Hello, hello. तुम्हारा match किससे आज?
Not bad
Listen.
anymore. I mean, getting 6 rounds, T side of Dust, the choice of VP. I'd commend them for that.
तुम्हारा इसमें तो match नहीं है.
Bad start from them to the game, and let's see, maybe even of course if they win pistol, they can be straight back into it. They can certainly go double digits themselves if they get to that part. Let's see how that pistol is gonna go. Of course, yesterday as well, Endpoint, they were quite decent on their pistols. Still here and there had their troubles. And that they were able to beat Sangal, and I think that's what we expected as well. But 2 games, both going 16-11. I think if they have any sort of chance to win maps here, then it will be very, very tight. Of course, if people now go back and look at the stats, then sure, they were able to make a best of 3 already. VP against Endpoint, and it was absolutely the
Long
same lineup playing, but that was all the way back. Basically second week of October.
Mid player के
And a
पास
lot
double
has
flashes
changed since
हैं
then.
B के
VP
लिए.
has definitely developed in a positive way. Endpoint kind of stagnated from that point. Still, right now, the pistol most important, and Endpoint right now having trouble opening the B-bombs. Like, the cross guard can be out.
Nice support flashes.
Great flashbang from Mighty Max there to try and help out. But it will be ᴑᴏ and James to find those first couple of kills. Buster a little bit late to the party, but Surreal ready for it. And him and Flames now have got their work cut out for them as they're moving in towards the B-bomb site.
Now they know last guy is
down,
tunnel.
all down to Surreal, looking for 3 quick and easy headshots, but just not going to happen.
ESCA में है.
Down to 55
दिखा नहीं
already.
रहा यार यहाँ पे.
Well, nobody
No,
can
no,
defeat
no,
you in
not
a big way.
confirmed, bro.
VP, pick up this pistol, make it
यहाँ
10
पे
on
दिखा
their own
नहीं रहा. यहाँ
behalf.
पे सारे matches आते
And
हैं.
with that, it's a pistol round for
जिनके हैं
two.
बाकी उनके तो आ रहे हैं.
VP secure themselves double digits. They secure the dominant start. And this is where the fun kind of ends for
On
the
trial,
CTs.
on
It's a
trial,
force
bro.
buy. We've got the scout on crucial.
see
We've got the nades,
What
deagles,
happens?
all around. It's a full investment. And Endpoint, they are going to be putting all their eggs into one basket. Long control going to be contested for. I like this because long is going to be the easiest to play
Going
for
fast short.
if they hit their marks with utilities. But look at this fast short cross. I love this from
कर
VP.
देंगे, push
They're not going
रुकेंगे
to be
नहीं.
losing any time. They're not going to be losing any sleep. They rush straight through short and they're getting onto site. And there's nothing that can stop them. Endpoint have no position to really work from here. As Jamie, even with a Mac 10, he goes for the long-range engagement. I'm not sure why, but he does. And as we can see, the result
इन्होंने
is
देखा जब
pretty
long
much
ले रहे हैं ये as a team.
as
इन्होंने
effective
long
as-
भी
as
pressure
it
किया था
can
तो
be.
इन्होंने short पे
VP
पूरा
should be able to
W
get
दबा
the
दिया.
11 easily here. And even if Endpoint
आज
keep
वाला
all
game
5
तो
players
खेलेगा.
alive,
नहीं. अभी नहीं. आपका match
isn't
कब
that
है?
bad of an idea.
10th को है हमारा
Keep
match.
all 5, no need to
कल
even
हमारा
lose a
match
single
है
player.
Blaze
You've
से
got full
Masters में.
buys.
ESCA पे
You can
हीरे
still try the
पे
next round
पता
once
नहीं
more
दिखा क्यों नहीं रहा
and
फिर.
see if that could find any
दिखाता है वो
purchase.
क्योंकि यहाँ पे
for
सारे
their
matches
success,
आते हैं
but
ESCA
Either
के और
way,
जो भी Asian events के हों.
11-6. This is perfect. VP. Well, they prove to be the better team as soon as they start winning again. And yeah, I mean, they absolutely always had been considered as the better team in this case. Endpoint, they're fighting up against a very strong current, but doesn't mean they can't fight back.
Hello Pallav.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
कल 6
how
बजे
this
होगा
one
हमारा
continues
मैच
on.
और वो मेरा अगेंस्ट
And of
मैं
course,
मेरे
right now,
हिसाब से अगर लास्ट मैच ही होगा
this one.
वाइब में मास्टर्स वाला.
they're up to 11 already. And as you said, of course, as Endpoint bring their weapons through, they will still remain dangerous with those.
कल
in
का
this
मैच
next round
कैसे
to
देख
come.
सकते हैं वो तो हॉटस्टार पे होगा यार.
Downs the positioning,
Thank
of
you.
course, but right now, Mighty Max, the first one to be out in towards long. No support from his teammates there.
लॉन्ग ले
Just
लिया
a little bit of
है
damage with
LT
that
में
nade
लगकर
before
है.
falling back. He should also go for that double boost up. Not have anybody towards CT. I'm actually surprised that they do stack
Well-
towards short rather than going over towards
I would-
site right now.
I would have loved to see that boost, yeah. Maybe it would have been a frag on Yekinder that been able to get Well, they'll
ये
still get
बहुत
it. They'll still get
फंसी हुई
it.
पोजीशन में था,
So
इसको
my
मरना ही
dreams
था
come
भाई.
true.
इसकी
Yay.
मौत दिख ही रही थी मेरे को.
Yeah.
There was nothing
Endpoint.
much he could do from there.
Great entry. Let's see if they can keep it up. Those Deagles, like I said, they can be utilized even later in rounds if you save with all 5. And certainly getting the entry, it's great. Let's see if there will be a second to be happening, though. Surreal has the Mac 10, comes out jumping from elevator. Unfortunately, there is no success to be had. Endpoint already realizing, you know what, maybe we should save again. We've got Kevlars. We can utilize that on our gun round and actually bring those Kevlars
एकदम relax.
into the full buys, giving us those weapons as well. Those utilities above all else.
Tiger ने तो भाई बहुत गंदी पिटाई करी.
At the same time, you can hold towards CT, still take out some of the Galils that your opponents have, and that means that, of course, VP would have to reinvest.
टाइम लगेगा अभी नए प्लेयर के साथ, फिर धीरे 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 कोऑर्डिनेशन और रिजल्ट सब बेटर होगा भाई.
Again, it's only that one player that they find. If they would have found 2
देखा था
more,
मैंने
then
टाइगर
it would
वाला
have come to a point where
डाउनलोड
then
करके
VP
बाद
would have
में.
invested to a point where they would have been on the brink of bankruptcy if now Endpoint take this one. But you can see still most of the players having enough money in the bank to still get a buy in that next. So they won't have that
Starting में
single
Endpoint
kit though is
कितनी
what
अच्छी
really
लीड
irks
थी.
me.
ये लाइव
And
है,
you know
यस
this.
ये लाइव है.
I get a little bit nauseous
Long
when I see a single
pressure,
kit. It's just like,
game
come on
going
guys,
for
you need to have
aggressive
at least
mid-shot.
2 minimum. 3 is the optimal amount, but 2 is like 1B, 1A, and you're good to go.
Still, I mean, in this round, with them
Thank you,
of course,
HVS.
choosing utility and not even having full utility, then I'd rather just have 1 kit, have the availability. If everything hits the fan, then you're still ready for it to try and defuse. But at the same time, you're going to have enough utility just to keep those guys back, especially here towards short. Every nade, every Molotov that you have, potentially every smoke as well that you have, is going to keep your opponents back.
That's the thing. It's gonna buy you time, but it's not gonna win you rounds. At least not fully.
Short exit.
Here comes the A play. Do they check boost VP? Yes, they do. Of course they do. ᴍᴇᴱ and ᴍᴇᴱ both with the same entry.
Double lurking
As if in
यहाँ से
sync, and
aggressive
right
वाला
now,
और ये
already
passive
with
वाला.
the A side
और
being
bomb
lost,
भी plant
Endpoint
मिल
might
चुका है
have
इनको.
no choice but to draw back towards the B site and save already. Albeit Mighty Max and Surreal, they are encroaching into CT. Surreal, does he check above him? Surely he does. Nope, no, he does not. ᴍᴇᴱ off angle, utilized and brutalized, and that is going to be enough. This is 13-6. Endpoint, unfortunately, are running out of juice. Although, good turning point here, at least in terms of frags. They get 2 more, but it does not change the fact.
One more rifle.
Yeah.
It's not like they're going to be reinvesting after that one.
Exactly.
They don't have the leftover cash, so of course they're going to be strapped for it. You can invest into Deagles besides that M4, and that's certainly something that they're going to do. But VP, they're moving towards 14, 15, and 16, and they only need 3 more rounds to start and close this game out. 4 in a row at the start of the second half. Let's see how VP can continue on this road, as right now already their full setup is there and plenty of money to be spread around as soon as Endpoint actually come into effect, if they come into effect. Is not expected in this round.
Boosting the M4 guy short. LT के लिए एक ही गन है. He has to make a play.
See where this one is headed, as we have a boost on short this time with Flames and the M4, but apparently VP are either wise to it or are just too good to be checked by it. Evading detection,
no long is clear.
as
That
we can see,
means
the result
CTs
is quite
must be
clear.
short. तो अब short और
VP are
cautiously
taking
लेंगे अगर
mid-control
लेंगे तो.
smoke on towards those doors to
मस्त
allow
मार रहा है
passes
भाई. ये
through
किंडर
short
मस्त ही
safely.
खेलता है. They got blocked.
What's the plan here? Oh, they're actually going to push through. Holy smokes, ᴍᴇᴱ actually pushing through. Crucial.
Sound आ गई होगी.
No, I was about to say Crucial. Surely he wasn't spotted, and well, my
double flash करके लिया था
sense was
short. I think
thinking, of
इन्होंने
course, he
एक
was
pop flash था और एक वो था पप्पू flash.
or ᴍᴇᴱ was aware of that. Turns around, checks the corner, and sees him pushing back through smoke. Well, fair enough. 14 rounds to the side of VP. I gotta be honest here, Tyler. This is looking very one-sided right now. Endpoint, I mean, they were doing a good job in the first half. Here on the CT, though, they seem to be a little bit more lacking, and unfortunately, they can't really afford this anymore. Against VP, They seem to be hitting a bit of a tough spot.
They have full shot control, 5v5.
And I love this
Now,
from
though.
VP, by the way.
Yeah.
Just
Holding
default
long
all
and B.
the time, every single round. It's a
देखते
classic,
हैं क्या
classic
call देता है
default
इनका
setup. They're not
IGL
even, you know, they're not
5v5
doing
में.
anything crazy, even.
Yeah, I think the best part of that as well is just kind of
B पे pressure
you're
किया
seeing
उसने.
our
Okay, they
Endpoint gonna
lost
go
2
aggressive this
picks.
time. Yes,
अब तो भाई
crucial, but he's
मुश्किल
not
हो गया
able
राउंड
to be
इनके लिए
punished.
बहुत.
Mighty Max as well finding the kill towards Buster, towards B bomb site. And right now it's 2 early kills for Endpoint, just as VP try to go for those first peaks. And well, they get punished at that, and that already taking the chances back out. It's a 3-on-5 situation, and they have to decide where do you want to go with this round. Because you have to play together in that. You at least need to have a 2-on-1 setup. You want to go 2 towards short and 1 towards long. That is certainly a possibility. But towards long, you have Flames waiting there as well. And right now, Crucial over towards the bomb site already. He's found one with the AWP. No smokes. Well, gonna give him a second.
Flames, he's going to have to really help out Crucial here. The two players in CT, they're not going to be extremely effective because they will not have angles of attack to work with, but look at the crouching
10
tiger.
seconds बचे हैं.
He's already made his way.
Sanji.
Oh boy, Sanji, the timing here as well as the bomb is planted. The prevention of this corner position is perfect as Sanji finds
Recover
both.
कर
What?
लिया भाई Sanji ने.
Sanji, how do you
ऐसा
pull this
तो-
one amazing moment off?
Not bad.
And sure
In a
enough, they win the
3v5
round.
they
Endpoint.
killed
It's
2,
their
got the
first in the
plant.
second half, but damn, if that is not a
3v5 में
painful
इतना भी
round,
निकाल दिया ना
nonetheless,
इन्होंने.
it's a 5v3
It's a
and they
win for
barely
them.
scraped by. If they hadn't gotten rid of those two players coming through short, this could have gone a lot differently.
Economy भी damage करी और थोड़ा
At the
round
same
को
time,
close ले
Sanji,
गए थे.
his timing was great, but at the same time, Endpoint, they also turn around towards long, and then they do deal the damage. Sanji, on his first initial spray, not as accurate as he wanted to be, and otherwise he could have had both kills before, then kills would have fell towards the bomb site as well. Unfortunate there, but it was a decent attempt. They were able to get the bomb down, and after losing the first 2 entries, they still made the
Heavy
best of it.
tunnels जा रहे हैं इस
Bomb
बारी.
down to 2. And with that, still made it really expensive for the CTs.
Looks like
but Double
something
Off
on
gonna
B
continue here.
straight. कुछ तो B का ही game बना रहे हैं ये.
They're strapped for utility, and of course for VP, they
Kick
have
Kurt is
plenty of
gonna
money. They can
lurk
buy in this one,
on
they can buy
A
in the next,
or
even if they lose
lower
this.
maybe.
Of course, away, closing out
It's a
their
B
own
execute.
right now. Quick push on the B bomb site, but already
Double off है सामने वालों के लिए तो to maybe counter it. They're hitting straight
here,
B
but it will be Jame
to like
with his Molotov to actually
ops
take
को
out the
game से
teammates.
हटाने के लिए.
Doesn't matter though. They get the bomb planted 3-on-3.
कि Dust 2 में double op setup बहुत danger हो सकता है. और एक B exec उसका अच्छा counter है if you execute properly.
Door and window though.
Oh ये क्या molly है भाई?
Yeah,
Nice.
this is a straightforward take.
ये
Let's see if they
clip
can
करनी
succeed.
पड़ेगी
Jane
molly.
having to
ये हम भी use
reposition the
करेंगे,
op
बढ़िया
in the
लगेगा
hands
तो.
of Crucial could still be the crucial moment, but the lineups are coming through as Buster's holding the cross. It's now down to Robin. 1v3. No chance to win anymore, unfortunately. And neither do Endpoint have much of an option anymore either. I mean,
Holding
3
on
players
towards
are
those tunnels.
broken effectively here. Actually, 2 apologies. 2 players are broken effectively.
अभी आएगी.
And the 3 that do
clip
have the
कर
money
ली.
to buy those weapons, they're going to be limited on utility, no kit.
ये मेरे को
Was
नहीं
there an
पता था
op
ये
dropped?
molly
I
है.
didn't actually see if there was one op. No, I don't think there was actually. There was not enough money for it. And yeah, map point already, Tyler. This is a predictable ending coming up for
Okay,
VP.
fast long take.
Perhaps
changing
even
the
taking them a little
pace.
bit longer than initially thought of. But I think he just spotted it in the smoke. I'm fairly certain he did. Yes, he did. Even burns him.
util डालो भी retake
And this is
still
where
tough. वो तो
Endpoint
है
now
यार.
have to really put
But that
all their
molly is
defense
really
into a
helpful.
single point, where they will lose this map as easy as that.
और वो एंगल
Right
पे
now,
प्लेयर रहता ही है उधर से उसको
5-on-4,
हटाना
of
बहुत
course,
मुश्किल
without
है.
a
Bro,
lead
I'm starting
entry.
patient from next week. Any tips and suggestions?
Easy
If
for
you're
VP
starting
now as
face
it
it,
was
I
all
would
5 players being
suggest
by along,
if you
might
have
not really
a
kill,
party,
and
play
right
with
now
them
there is still
because
players
solo
on site, and it's
sometimes is really
damage
tough
being
and
dealt. VP they're
You
not
may
looking to
have
stretch
some
it
bad
just yet. There's
experience
still
in
time
solo
on
games.
the
Don't
opponent's
get
side. A bomb down is going to be
affected
planted.
by
Save
that
for
if you're
Flames.
playing solo. If
Still
you're
get a
playing
goal
as a
in,
like
but it's not going to be enough. 16
5 man, then
at
it
the
would
end.
be better.
VP, as expected, take the W on their own map pick. And with that, I think a 16-7, certainly a result that Endpoint
मैंने भाई
was
लिस्ट
kind of
बना
happy
रखी है
about.
अपने लिए
I
तो
don't think that they really had
सारी
too much of a
क्लिप्स
chance
विप्स की.
to challenge VP here. Let's see what they can do though on that second map. Of course, Mirage, map pick of Endpoint is going to be coming up after this break, so stick with us here at So Sweet Stuff.
जिन जिन की मैं स्ट्रीम देखता हूँ ना क्लिप कर लेता हूँ और रख लेता हूँ सेव करके अपने पास. Thanks for the huge help. Don't get demotivated. You will match against Smurfs बहुत बार. वो तो है यार. Next map is Mirage, I think. इनका मैच में क्या चल रहा है भाई एंस वाले में? इनका क्या वीटो हुआ है? मैंने इनका वीटो भी नहीं देखा. इधर तो मिराज है आई थिंक नेक्स्ट मैप. Yep. इनका क्या वीटो हुआ है? ट्रेन एंड्स न्यूक. चलो ये देखते हैं तब तक जब तक वो स्टार्ट होता है. सौ भी बहुत बढ़िया परफॉर्म कर रही है यार. इन्होंने ये लाइनअप काफी टाइम से स्टिक किया और अब इनकी परफॉर्मेंस बढ़िया हो गई है विद टाइम. दे आर प्लेइंग आई थिंक साथ में 1-1.5 साल से खेल ही रहे हैं ये. लेट किंग जैसा वीडियो डालो टॉप 10 प्रो ट्रिक्स लॉल. ना भाई. चलो भाई फाइनली स्पिंग्स की फोटो लगी तो, नहीं तो इसकी फोटो दिखाते ही नहीं थे. इनकी यार कंट्री क्या थी? मैं इनकी कंट्री भूल जाता हूँ हर बारी. इनकी कंट्री क्या है? मुझको पता है बट मैं भूल जाता हूँ. पोर्चुगल. हाँ.
Gotta go eco in this one. Max loss bonus could bite down to 1.5k. But ever since that eco saw have been on a roll and real confidence being shown by them. Ents not in a good spot. Orbs out, AK's in. Of course, already one player facing. Try and do some damage.
एंटीको में एक प्लेयर सोलो ओलोफ निकल गया.
Doesn't quite go down to Alu just yet. Get that opening kill, and he knows that there's plenty of CTs around him.
मर गया.
Do find the frags eventually, so there's a rifle that they can pick up and play with.
They know at least 2 are A. Now they'll go B immediately.
They actually do force the dodo away from T-Con.
Yep,
So the
they're
T's have
pushing
got to
B
act
from
onto the B
upper
side step.
because lower is smoked.
Can they spot off the player towards the bomb train itself? Arky struggling with the
TK हो गया.
well, a TK just comes into the mix, but look,
अब तो निकाल देंगे आराम से.
now with the AK, not looking to try and save, and
चलो भाई गन राउंड आ गया. This round is crucial.
I'm sitting there thinking, you know, where the tac pauses. We've seen Saw take what 2 or 3 tacs. I don't remember Ents taking a single tactical, and they've won 2 CT rounds, both being retakes with hardly anyone staying alive. It's just I don't know what it is, Jay. But it's frustrating from Ents knowing how they played yesterday and knowing that this CT side is just not up to the scale that we know from them. Even in
Double
the limited
ops.
map pool that we've seen.
100 वालों के माइंड में यही होगा कि भाई कुछ भी करके ये राउंड निकालना है, क्योंकि ट्रेन की जो सिटी साइड है बहुत मोमेंटम बेस्ड होती है. अगर तुम अर्ली शट डाउन कर देते हो ना सिटीज को तो बहुत मुश्किल हो जाता है मोमेंटम फिर लेके आना. भाई बी वाला हमारा लैडर चढ़ के मार दिया भाई और लकीली बॉम्ब ड्रॉप हो गया. वाह.
Weren't expecting that, and while it may have seemed like it was going to be a quick play towards the B site with that opening kill,
nice
it
shot.
seems like a lifeline's been bought for the CT side. Still, the trades are good from Justin Coe. And Dia is left alone here. As you mentioned, had a quiet CT half so far, and sitting here towards the pop dog position, you have to try and defend this bomb.
Yeah, look, that bomb gets dropped into pop, and that's a present. And unfortunately, they can't really do anything with it. At least Alu's coming in from the backlines of T-Con. Dia has got eyes on that bomb, but there is a bit of a backstab coming through. Did he get any information on Just? Well, at least Alu should be able to.
Oh, but Dia goes down, so it's all left to Alu. 1v3 and Just shuts him back for his 3k.
कितना लकी था भाई वैसे ये, मतलब
And it'll be 15
इनके लिए.
to the board of Saw. on train.
टेररिस्ट डर गया होगा भाई
on
लैडर से ऊपर
Ence's
चढ़ता हुआ
map
प्लेयर
pick,
देख के
and that
लॉल
might be a much more positive entity. Now with that particular stat coming through, the odds of Gamdom have evened up. A technical pause going to be called in, called by ᴍᴅ in that respect. So an opportunity to reset momentum, I guess you could say, for this. I mean, they're the ones calling it in the end of the day, but either way, like, this is such a huge setup here for ᴍᴅ to be this close to winning out your opponent's map pick. Again, we had this down as a potential 2-0 for ENCE, you know?
It doesn't look like that way anymore, does it? It looks like
No.
even a victory for ENCE is slipping.
स्नैपी बड़ा अजीब लगता है भाई
You've got
एंस
to
की
look at
जर्सी
the
में देख
positives,
के
I
मेरे
suppose,
को
from ᴍᴅ. Like,
एटलीस्ट
I think they've
बहुत
played a
अजीब
tremendous T side, and they've just taken opportunities. The amount of ecos, yeah, you can maybe say like there's some scrappy rounds, and it's not like perfect CS when you start, you know, rushing Ivy with Tech Nines and you win the round. But they're converting the opportunities that are presented for them, and they've now got to 15. It's another shaky buy from ENCE. Something they've struggled with consistently in the second half is getting that strong buy out. A scout out for Alu, for Masters, even an SMG. Nvdia trying to make the play into his own hands by going a little bit aggressive from Ivy with Snappy trying to back him up. Flash comes through, and they're so ready for it.
Patience
The Dodo
works out for ᴍᴅ. Easy man advantage early
with the
round.
AWP is waiting for the
They were ready
overaggression,
for the
and they find
aggression.
the first pick.
Now ENCE is going
It's a
aggressive.
risky play
Team it.
as well. They need to find something with that on ENCE, but
Snappy and
losing that
Toto
first
pushing
man,
together.
the beginning of the end starts to set in for ENCE. Molotovs and flashes to drive the
क्या
way from
timing
T-Con
थी
over. They're
मॉली
probably
और
gonna
फ्लैश
for that
की
position, and
टीम
indeed
पे
the Orpa is firing back to hopefully catch something. Dotto seen there at the cross meter is not going to give up bomb position. Obviously, that bomb's been left over towards the Dodo instead. They are running the timer down at the very least, but the kills are still coming through for the T-side half.
Yeah, they've got to keep fighting, and that's the honest outcome here from ENCE. You're now down a couple of players. Or even the slow walk from Ivy. Just could just push through this smoke. This should be another easy kill unless the scout somehow turns around in time. No, 5v2. This is all done, surely.
Now Spinks will get Roman. One trade back for the CT side, but another 4 versus 2 scenario that they couldn't win in the last round, and they won't win it in this one. Snappy to 4, Spinks on 6 HP, and ᴍᴅ. They will lose one more player. The time will be stalled at the very least. The bomb plant will be secured, but there's no retake for Spinks. Such low HP, no utility, no kit, and no firepower. The FAMAS in check. This is going to be 16-11. This is going to be the map victory for ᴍᴅ. ENCE's map pick of train. Who would have thought it coming into this season?
तब तक भाई हम खेलते हैं डेथ मैच वेट मैच खेलते हैं जब तक नेक्स्ट मैच स्टार्ट होगा ये मेरा फेवरेट डेथ मैच है राइफल ओनली हांगकांग इस पे ही खेलता हूँ ज़्यादातर मैं बट स्लॉट नहीं मिलेगा तो दूसरे में जाना पड़ेगा आज भी वीआईपी ओनली है कि इधर कम प्लेयर्स दिख रहे हैं मेरे को मे बी वीआईपी ओनली है तभी इतने कम प्लेयर्स हैं नहीं तो भरा रहता है सर्वर एक स्लॉट इधर ना 20 पे ज्वाइन होता है क्योंकि लास्ट 2 स्लॉट्स आर रिजर्व्ड फॉर वीआईपी एक प्लेयर लीव करेगा फिर वो इजीली स्लॉट मिल जाएगा मिल गया आई थिंक 19 पे ज्वाइन किया मैंने है ना नहीं मिला लास्ट 2 स्लॉट्स रिजर्व्ड भाई 23 बंदे इधर पक्का वो है वीआईपी डे चल रहा है तभी कम प्लेयर्स हैं लेट्स ट्राई यार लक दो नहीं चल रहा नाइस स्टार्ट हो गया भाई आओ
They really have a tactic here that involves them starting on the T side every single time. But let's see if they can actually get it. It's going to be an A play with 3 men on the defense, 1 in jungle already. And on short, it's going to be Buster playing for the retake of B. It's a bit of a fake
one guy
out,
faking
as
B
we can tell. Rotation's
and 3
coming
guys
in by
ready on
Jay.
it
Perhaps a second, but no. Robin's going to be actually taking down Sanji peeking Palace. This is perfect timing. And here
सांजी
comes
की
the
पीक पे
commission
कंफर्म हो गया कि
and the
भाई
commitment
बी
by
फेक है
Endpoint
इसलिए
towards
वीपी
the
ने
A
कर
side.
लिया ए स्टैक
I love this as well though from Surreal. He's going to be
और
top mid and right
एंडपॉइंट
now
ने कर
still
दिया
just
गेम
spying
स्लो
on
लेट्स
towards
सी अब
short,
क्या डिसाइड
keeping an
करते हैं
eye on,
किधर जाने
making
का
sure that you might be able to take out that player if he is to peek out towards short and check in towards mid. Right now, Buster still keeping an eye out, also keep an eye on towards the B bomb site, and right now, Endpoint, they're not coming just yet. And that's mainly also down to the part that, of course, Mighty Max, he hasn't found too much information over towards the B bomb site, hasn't been able to pull a rotation, and that in main being down to Robin. Still, we should have spotted Surreal
Buster's
going in towards
patience
Connor.
paid
There you
off
go, a headshot
yeah
going to be coming out. And right now, no reaction to try and support that on behalf of the T's. As right now, Bomb is still in towards ramp, and in from behind is Mighty Max. But the rest of the team needs to stay alive for long enough to actually try and support that. And right now, it seems like Endpoint might even be falling apart.
Oh,
but Mighty
Mighty
Max now coming into effect
Yeah.
in a 1v2. I think it is slightly too late here, actually.
They know where he's at. They know where he's coming from. And Noob Corner is going to be the one and only
nice shot
Kindar waiting.
Kindar
And he will be able to win the duel. As
nice
VP
round by
secure
VP
themselves the first pistol of Mirage. They will open it up. Mighty Max, as you said, his flank was good, but his teammates needed to stay alive a little bit longer, or Mighty Max needed to be a little bit
जेम
faster.
ने बढ़िया स्मोक डाला
Either
सीटी
way,
स्पॉन पे
it
टिकट
is
के
gonna be
आगे
first
वन वे
round
टाइप
to
स्मोक
decide
डाल के
VP,
उसके
and,
अराउंड खेले जो
well, the polar bears
that
are
was good
not giving this one up that easily. Endpoint. A nice little attempt with a B fake. I love that idea. Unfortunately, the execution just wasn't perfected, I
ओके
guess.
डबल अंडर पास ये बहुत करती है वीपी ये चीज ना
And they still
they
waited
do
such a
this
long time
a
is
lot
what really sells the story, right?
तभी
The fact
सुरेल
that
ने
they
प्रीनेड किया एक दूसरे
execute
के
B,
डेमोस
or at
देख
least
के
they
ही
fake
आते
B,
हैं
and then they wait an additional few moments before they even commit anywhere, which should sell it even better. But apparently, such tough luck. Flames finds an
नाइस
empty
शॉट
crucial and Mighty
फोर्स
Max.
बाय किया है इन्होंने डीगल
Bit
आर्मर
of
सब ने
trading on middle done. Very good stuff.
Yeah, lots of damage actually being dealt by VP, but it's just not enough just yet. You need to get those kills. If after that round you put into chat, well,
सारी साइड
all
छोड़ के सब
79
मिड लड़ने आ गए थे पहले
it's still not going to be enough.
दो साथ में देख के
Those
जो दो
kills
पेयर
that
वाले प्लेयर्स हैं वो पुश
it's
कर रहे हैं
not
भाई
able to
रैम
take out your
ये
opponents.
चीज में
And right
वीपी
now,
डस्ट 2 में भी तुमने
it's
देखा
still
होगा अपनी
Rens
सीटी
taking
साइड में और
over
मिराज में
this
भी
ramp
बहुत
is
ज्यादा
gonna be cleared
प्रोएक्टिव है
out.
भाई बहुत ज्यादा
And I love the fact that Endpoint, they have this on their radar. They're keeping an eye on T-Spawn before they actually head in towards those B apartments. And right now, Sanji might get his work cut out for him. But right now, actually, the bomb's still going in towards underground. simply be a B execution. Look at Krieger coming in from behind. And with the current timing, it should just be Mighty Max around the corner, but he's actually still keeping an eye on Connector, and with that, he should fall. Oh, the timing there. Just about unseen, and now he can hear the player on the board as well.
Why?
Falls easily as that. Actually dropped his FAMAS ahead of time, looking for the different weapon. It doesn't work out, and right now, Endpoint looking to get this round done.
Are they really gonna... Yeah, they're gonna go for this. No kit, by the way, so they really have to be quick about this. And with the MP9
That's
up
a
on
steal
Robin,
by
this could be
Endpoint.
very dangerous very quickly. There comes a little bit of a lineup. Robin, yep, there's the ending. And that's it. That
This
should
was
be the end
pure
of the round. There is no
aim.
chance VP get the round anymore.
No
Endpoint,
strategy.
this is even better than starting off with a pistol victory. It breaks the CT economy. It breaks their hold onto these rounds, and it's perfect. Endpoint first is theirs, and what a way to open it up, isn't it?
Yeah, and the thing is still, I mean, VP, yes, they do a little bit of damage.
I'm not a
up
fan of
towards top mid,
double
but then again,
underpass and these
Endpoint
kind
are
of
out there,
setups
they
in
end
such
up
rounds.
hitting those headshots, and it's all fine for them. So of course, the
बहुत
moment, especially now on the T
पंच
side,
बैक भी करते हैं ये अगर वर्कआउट
they
नहीं
like
करते
to
जैसे
start
कि
on.
इनको करा
Let's
अभी ये
see what
राउंड पे.
they're gonna do here. Is of course 3 SMGs gonna be coming out, but this already from the smokes looking like early mid control. Yeah, smoking towards window, smoke towards top connector.
चलो भाई पूरा मिड फास्ट कंट्रोल ले लिया एंडपॉइंट ने. They've got connector control as well.
Should be a kill
Okay, they
towards
got
short right
man
now.
advantage as well.
Will
Let's see.
Flames to find Buster.
Nice shot.
But Yekindar returning through the gap of the smoke with that deagle. Oh, the nade doing less damage than expected, only down to 84.
How?
सांजी बहुत डायनेमिक खेलता है. कभी बी से बी शॉट आ जाता है जब उसके टीममेट्स लड़ रहे हैं. बी पे कुछ प्रेशर नहीं है. बी छोड़ के ए ही आ गया. Now they're fighting mid. This is really good. Again, proactive things coming out of them.
This on the side of Endpoint. Does find one, finds a second, and almost a
ए
third
पे
as
रिएक्ट
well.
कर दिया रॉबिन ने.
It's all going to be down
बहुत
to
अच्छा
Robin
कर
on
रहे हैं
top
यार
towards
ये
mid.
जो पेयर अप
And they
करके
know
एग्रेशन कर रहे हैं ना साथ में. बहुत ही क्लीन और बढ़िया है. देख के अच्छा लगता है ये चीज.
Well, I ain't gonna lie.
और ये
this
बहुत
is
मुश्किल है
definitely
करना
wonky,
ये.
This is definitely unexpected, and VP,
Like if you're playing in a team
they
to
secure themselves a
execute this
victory
and
back
like
in,
be
and
on the same
exactly
page,
like
it's
that,
not
just
so
like
easy.
nothing ever happened. Endpoint immediately timeout being utilized, and I like this.
यही डिफरेंस है भाई फिर
timeout
टीम्स
to
में.
be
तुम
thrown
देखोगे
out
अगर
there.
इंडियन टीम्स में और
Gamdom's odds,
जो
as
ये
you can see,
टीम है इसमें
1.07 to
स्किल
7.5
का
of
इतना ज्यादा
Endpoint.
फर्क नहीं है. बट द वे दे
And
अप्रोच द गेम,
I don't
the
know,
way they
man. It
approach
sounds
their
like it's pretty
positions
much
is
on
really
point,
dynamic.
but
राउंड के हिसाब से they
we'll
make
see.
the plays and वो सब बहुत ज्यादा डिफरेंस है उस चीज का.
In any
एम
case,
पे फिर
tactical
भी you
time
can
out here to
compete.
discuss what the
Like
hell
if
they
you
can be
play
doing,
in
what the hell
pugs
they should be doing.
वैसे.
Mighty Max Kevlar's out, the Eagle's out.
Exile
Shows
bro,
you what they can afford.
don't come here
And this is
if
gonna
you
be
have to be toxic.
if you'd be a betting man, Tyler, what would you say they will do here with this execution? I could call a B hit.
Yeah, probably. Actually, I would expect something quick towards mid as well as they're doing right now. But yeah, everything looking like something towards B.
Again,
3 players
force
already
spy.
towards those T apartments, but actually
बढ़िया
one
पंकज,
round
तुम
set.
बताओ भाई
Further
कैसे हो?
control in towards mid is also an idea. I don't know. I mean, if you would have put
Hopper,
a secondary
CT,
smoke
one
also down
playing
towards
balcony,
short,
2B,
tried running
2-1-2.
down short as well. Kind of that quick pushing play, but taking slower mid control is also something that I like. I'm a killer for that mid control in Mirage, to be honest. Right now, they know that Buster is somewhere close range. Right now, all eyes just trained on that position. Already, Flames out towards jungle.
Nice pick.
Nobody holding on to his position, but Jade is going to find one. Flames leaving his position away, finding a kill though as well.
3v3.
Mighty Max
Very
coming
important
in.
for Yekindar to win that duel.
मेंबर
That was
कैसे
pretty much
बनते
the vital
हैं
moment in the
यार?
round itself. Could have
मेंबर बनने का ऑप्शन आता
been
है.
the turning point.
बाकी एक
Ooh,
लिंक
Sanji
भी है,
getting
उससे भी
caught.
तुम
Yeah,
बन
this is a
सकते
bit
हो.
of a
क्या
problem,
कमांड
and
थी उसकी, मैं
see
भी भूल
Yekindar
जाता
and
हूँ.
Jame already locked
I
out of
think
position. Yeah,
exclamation
it's
join
gonna
या
be Nico
member ऐसा ही
Endpoint.
कुछ होगा.
Well played.
Back and forth.
Yeah, we're kind of exchanging
इन
a few
दोनों में से
rounds here,
कुछ
and
है,
this
मेरे को
is
भी याद
lovely to
नहीं.
see. Finally, some life at the
That's a
side
steal.
of Endpoint as well in terms of overall competitiveness.
Exclamation member है.
The thing is to remember that they did take 6 rounds on the T side of Dust, so we should expect them to take at least as many
इस
here
राउंड में क्या
on
गलती
Mirage,
हुई?
if not more.
कनेक्टर काइंड
And
ऑफ
the
ओपन
question, of
था,
course, in
टाइमिंग
everybody's mind is
एक्सप्लॉइट
how will
हुई,
they
वहाँ पे
perform on
किल्स
CT
मिली,
yet
देन बी
again.
पे बाकी
Dust
टीम
was
ने
a
प्ले बनाया.
disappointment, but Dust is Dust, and well, Mirage is a very different kind of beast. In any case, Endpoint will get another round tied up and force the CTs back onto, well, a full commitment with pistols and Kevlar. Surely ᴍᴏᴜᴱᴜ drop SMGs though, right? They should. Even the P250 to be dropped to Kikert in this case, or anybody of the three.
फोर्स
Or
बाय
do
तो
they
करेंगे
even
ये भी अब. द बैटल ऑफ
just go
फोर्स
for
बायस.
no, of course
जब
they buy.
तक
Yeah,
एक
it's
टीम 2
logical.
राउंड लाइन
Why
में नहीं
wouldn't they? They
जीतेगी,
have a
फोर्स
double
बाय
eco
चलते
anyway.
रहेंगे.
Yeah, you might as well. And surely that is then
अगर ये राउंड एंड पॉइंट जीती तो वीपी को किक करेगी. अगर वीपी जीती तो एंड पॉइंट बाय करेगी. What is your favorite map and least favorite map? My favorite map is भाई मैप तो सारे ही पसंद है यार, ऐसा कुछ है नहीं कि वो मैप बहुत ज्यादा पसंद है या ये मैप बहुत कम पसंद है. लीस्ट फेवरेट मैप तो कैश है भाई. बाकी मैप पूल में जो अभी सारे मैप्स हैं सारे बढ़िया लगते हैं. कैश जो है अगर वो मैप पूल में आ गया तो भाई टाइम लगेगा थोड़ा.
By the way, Saw just won against Ent 16-11 on train. Holy smokes.
5 बंदे एक ही तरफ
I
स्टैक्ड हैं
just checked
हेवी.
and was like, wow.
एंड ये ही आने वाले हैं.
I didn't. Did it?
I'm pretty sure that I saw that in the.
Oh,
article screen.
I just saw it.
It
I
doesn't
just saw it here. Oh, my. I'm a little bit slow. Sorry.
Yeah, all good.
Oh
but
no,
yeah,
they are stacking
I
me
think
now.
a lot to be expected from that game. I think a lot of people expected Ents to certainly be the stronger side, and the bets also reflected
That's
that.
so
But
unfortunate.
Saw, definitely a reason why they were invited to the tournament as well. So we'll see how that goes. But right now in this game, it seems like Endpoint might get the upper hand here.
Why is it buffering?
Starting trouble here.
Chalo bhai, they are gonna
Let's
save
see how
the
this
weapon.
goes, as it is going to be
Yakindar though.
Yakindar, yeah.
Kill there.
Though unfortunately losing already a player in CT is not really going to make their life any easier. Jame with the op has to find a connection as well, and soon. The player in noob corner is waiting and waiting patiently. No kit means that's a problem. As sandwich is not cleared out, crucial.
Bhai ye kya hua bhai?
Now they know that the last player is in Palace, but unfortunately there is very little time left, if any time at all. And actually,
Oh my god.
Actually,
Boom. Oi.
yeah.
Wohi.
It was tight.
Wohi.
But
It looked
not
tight.
enough.
I'm not sure how much was left. Maybe a second or a second and a half. But yeah, it was tight for sure.
It seemed to have already been progressed enough. Of course, Gamdom here.
Yeah.
Our main sponsor for the tournament. Without them, it wouldn't be possible to get big teams like this in the tournament. As of course, well, we do have $100,000 on the line for each of these Snow Sweet Snow tournaments. And of course, the second edition already been announced with the early invites to the regional tournaments there. So definitely stick around for that and make sure to check out Gamdom.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. Don't forget that.
Go in for you guys, but do bet responsibly. There is always a chance. Of course, that does go the other way.
B-Stack and Opper playing window alone for picks or something.
Let's see how this goes. As
Oh bhai, nice nade on Yakindar.
a
Mid
full
ले लिया,
eco
पूरा
with a
connector
few
ले लिया.
Deagles that
Let's
just
see where
support
they end up.
the hold a little bit.
Short.
Well, I say a little bit, but that's pretty
They're gonna go A now.
Pretty effective.
A split. जो
it
रैम
is
का
gonna
प्लेयर
be
है ना, वो
Endpoint
बहुत cautiously
walking
और
onto
सबसे
A
लेट
side though,
आएगा.
unfortunately. Okay, nice shot. I thought that was a Deagle almost hitting. That's the bomb drop, actually. Hold up. That's a problem. That's a bit of a problem that right now VP
They don't even have a smoke to block off any choke point.
Especially since there is no smoke available to them.
Oh, still James. This is his second shot.
Oh, that's
Sanji's
another
here to
bomb drop
support, though.
again towards connector.
And that's the thing.
No.
I smoke my
Sure, it's
Sanji to
maybe
save
help
himself.
out, but
Tomorrow
it
is the
is the
last day of
counter
the team.
smoke
Why
to
we
try and
gonna
keep
miss
them
you
at bay. And
actually?
right now,
No
AK's
blood.
Bro,
being
what do
recovered
you
from
think? We
Future as
can't
well.
win tomorrow? If we win,
And
we
now
can play
Jame
more
a little
match.
bit more close range.
I
Already
think
holding on
you're
to the
expecting to
opening
lose
peaks
tomorrow.
necessary as he
That's
can
why
keep an
you are
eye on
saying
the
last
Yeah.
day.
connector as well. And Robin, with 10 seconds now on the clock, he has spotted out the shoulder and he will take out the op.
Bad mentality. Peak
8
kicker?
seconds.
अच्छा
He
time
does
नहीं
not
है.
have enough time to plant.
Nice.
Yeah.
6 सेकंड थे इसलिए पीक नहीं कर रहा था वो.
Holy
Just about make it to the op.
Playing
Get
the
it back.
odds.
And I did not expect
Dude.
this back and forth to actually continue.
Dude, that's all thanks to Jame. That's all thanks to Jame. The only reason why they win the round. Because he saves the op. So see, Jame time actually means good time. And by the way, Jame is
Exactly.
6-1, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, we are in 7 rounds and he is 6-1. This guy, he knows what he's up to.
And the
What
thing
a
is,
steal, bro. They won
it's not like he's always
eco
just had
with
that
one
op.
op.
He's
Win a second
just
thing,
kind of
bro. I
getting back
just
into it.
expressed
And
my
of course,
feeling.
the first couple of rounds,
Lol.
it was all down to those deagles, and he still showed a couple of kills there. He's second on the scoreboard on that first map as well. Dust 2,
They
Yekadar
know mid
right
is
on top.
clear. They are expecting a A or B hit. That's why you see Jame
And
rotating
still,
towards
I mean,
B. They're
everybody
playing
on the side
retake
of
on A.
VP, apart from Buster,
They're
was
ready for
stronger
it.
than Endpoint when it comes down to one kill. Of course, it was a 6-7 scoreline
Nice.
at the end, so you'd expect something along those lines.
They
But
have
right
a good
now,
crossfire, Buster and Sanji
don't
का.
look
Really
Jame
good
pulling the most
crossfire.
attention, but of course, 2
But
M4s in the
Jame कह रहा है
crossfire
भाई
there
मैं
as
आने ही
well.
नहीं दूंगा
Right
तुम्हारे
now, Jame
crossfire में.
picking up 2 kills. Future in this one as well. And of course, it is only
Lol.
up against those pistols as an easy shutdown.
Yeah.
But they choose the right bomb site. They're there, ready and waiting. And they grab the kills easy as that. You can always lose a player or two against a setup. And this is now the first time that both teams are able to grab 2 rounds in a row. And we'll see if Endpoint can react and sell and get maybe even 3 rounds in a row now. As they're still looking to, of course, be a force to be reckoned with on their own map
out of pit.
here.
Nice shot.
Oh, wow, and he finds that counter kicker immediately. And that,
Mighty
of course, is
Max.
going to be the catalyst.
There's the
They're all out on top of the A bomb site, and the bomb's going to be planted as well.
This could work perfectly so for Endpoint, and they will peek out at the right time. Robin and Mighty Max, they make it happen, but no! They miss on the time. Flames, unfortunately, with only a Glock. And at the end there, cannot make anything happen. But a great deal of damage, though. Absolutely.
They get the bomb down,
Exactly.
get kills.
Great
What else
eco.
do you expect from a round like that?
Then we will
Well,
do
I
it
mean, they did
together.
get the advantage. They
Mama,
did get the double
Mama
peek
and
in
Sanu.
towards connector.
We
I
have जो
think it
47
almost
है
looked
ना
like for a
इसके पीछे
second
5
that
zeros
they
और
would have been
होंगे
able to
दिल्ली
win the
की
round if they had
Mama and Sanu
at least kept one player
ठीक है,
alive. But a
ठीक है?
nice attempt and a nice eco execution coming out
आजा
from
खाना
Endpoint.
खा ले
Bomb plant gives
आता
them
हूँ.
extra money. They do not go for the AWP, at least not by the looks of it. Though still the challenging moment comes ahead of them as it is now 5-3. Endpoint with a full set of utility. They go for the
चलो भाई
mid
बाय राउंड आ
execution.
गया.
I like this.
Pushing
Smoke onto
double
short,
palace.
smoke onto windows. See
1
the
B
quick cross
and
to short itself.
1 outside
Smoke
window.
into second smoke into window.
चलो भाई
I
palace
am
पूरा
not sure
clear
what's
and
going
lies
on here, but it looks like
mothers
they
are
want a
unique.
quick
Of course,
cross
bro.
in towards B by the looks of it. Maybe connector, but B more than anything. Ooh, bit of a one-way. You see this gap? This is what Jame will abuse. If anybody comes into his crosshair, he will pay the price for crossing Jame. Or will they? Yes, they will. At least for one.
A split करने की
he spots him in
कोशिश.
stairway.
ये Kinder gets blocked.
That's very important right now for the side of the CTs that they know that there's a player in stairway.
Palace वाला
Keeper
मर गया.
will be dropped, but
Oh,
ओए ये
Sanji
Kinder
does!
pop flash डाल के इसके
What?
थ्रू आ गया भाई.
He gets that kill for free thanks to the
Connector
flashbang
वाला
right
और वो साथ
right
में
in the
लड़ पड़े.
corner.
Nice.
And it is going to be
Nice
down to a
teamwork and
1-on-4
coordination.
with Robin not really having any sort of perspective within this round.
Look at the damage for VP. Like they're so low on HP, but still they're able to push it back 6-3 as Endpoint are again thrown into the pit of despair here. $3,300 across the board, give or take, in the bank of the Endpoint boys. And unfortunately for them, they will only be able to go for pistols in Kevlar. A mini buy, upgraded round if you want to call it that. And VP, they're handling this perfectly, my dude. Like, they are really just absolutely locking it down like there's no tomorrow here.
Double connector. फिर से अंडर पास गया एक प्लेयर. ये Kinder बहुत अंडर पास खेलता. बहुत.
right now, VP yet again just trying to keep everybody alive in this round. Of course, for those CTs, that's most important. They haven't built their economy thus far. ᴍᴏᴜᴱ survives on 1 HP. Oh,
One
that
shot.
hurts. Yeah.
Oh,
7-3 though.
चलो have fun.
After
Bye bye
that
bro.
early
Bye bye.
tussle, it
Thanks
has
for
now
tuning in.
turned out very, very strong for those guys from VP.
I was about to say, like, after that early start where Endpoint actually looked really good, I mean, now 5 rounds in a row passed like there's nothing for VP, and yeah, this advantage is definitely going to be a problem for
ये वन में तो मैं भी
Endpoint
करता हूँ.
because this is the round they need to start bringing it back home if they do not wish VP to run away with at least 9 rounds at the very
मरा नहीं
minimum amount
वाह
of rounds gotten. And ᴍᴏᴜᴱ, again, he gets the frag, gets out of it, gets the second. How does he get the second there?
Even I
It's
don't know,
crucial.
bro. How is he getting
He's about to be
the second
dead
here?
as well. Pushed through. B house is coming in, and the CTs have them surrounded.
पूरा
on
चढ़ के
all
खेल रहे हैं भाई. अब
accounts.
तो
This
स्पेस
is
दे ही नहीं रहे सिटी साइड
horrifying
से.
for Endpoint.
Full aggression.
Robin and Flames. They can't really do it all, can they?
Yeah, at least not in that moment. And right now,
Doable.
still, Robin and Flames.
Oh
are
no,
trying
they
to do
have
their
the bomb.
best here. James does
Not
actually
doable
fall
at
back
all.
from this, and that mainly down to the part that they do have the
No
bomb
way
dropped.
they recover the bomb and do
That's
anything
why
after that.
everybody
No
giving
way.
them space. Just say, okay, well, have the A bomb set if you want it, but we're gonna hold on to your bomb for safekeeping. That is gonna take further time back out of it. James finds another. And this is gonna be the lead secured towards halftime.
Man, I love ᴍᴏᴜᴱ so much and his quality. Like, the fact that
He's a really aggressive player,
gone
भाई.
through the
बहुत
process of
aggressive player
Prosto
है.
and such, the experience there, and then, and you know how much he already carried back then. Now in VP, it seems like
Guys,
his
जिसने
wings
stream
have
like
come
नहीं है like कर दो.
unfurled,
40
really.
watching and only
It seems
36
that he has
likes.
truly found his stride
मिनट
in his
यार, मेरे
position
को
where
ना
he thrives and just keeps
मैसेज
on
आया है कि ESC के
improving with
मैचेस आए.
every
Want to
single
see किस किस से
past
मैच है.
map and series.
So I will have to turn on
And I
VPN
gotta be
and
honest,
check.
VP
Stream lag होगी 1-2 सेकंड के लिए. I'm sorry for that.
are looking dangerously good here in this second map. 8-3 Endpoint
ये
is
राउंड के बाद देखते हैं या फिर अभी देख ही लेते हैं यार अब जल्दी से.
now running on juice. That is slowly dissipating as we do see it's an A execution. It's going to be pistols in Kevlar. It's going to be a bit of a run out from Palace as well.
VPN क्यों? बिना VPN के खुलता नहीं यार मेरा. This site is blocked by Airtel. That's why I have to use VPN.
Here we go. Maybe pistols will find more purchase than rifles for Endpoint. It wouldn't be the first time we see it.
Right now, bomb being planted here, no problem for Endpoint, as right now, Flames.
भाई जहाज तो जहाज ही थे.
Two players here, 3 players in towards window for VP.
Both missing.
And this round can still turn out really, really bad for them as Flames double kill now on the Deagle. Smoke down towards Connector, and 3 players focused in towards her. Lots of damage to be dealt. Bomb is ticking, but they do have the defuse kits to work with right now. The defuse already coming through.
Is he gonna get it? No, no, he's
Why
not.
is Kuker without a kit going for the defuse instead of one of the 2 players that has a kit at his disposal?
Well, you should ask VP that because they didn't really think about it. 8-4, Endpoint. They win on a force buy. I love it. Not even a full force buy, just a upgraded round commitment. I absolutely adore this, and that is going to be a perfect start, or at least a perfect ending if they can get at least one more here. Double up didn't work out for VP as well. I'm not sure why they played the double up at all. Kiekert doesn't, or excuse me, Buster doesn't seem like the best choice for a secondary op. In any case,
इनके सामने है मेरा मैच जिसको मैंने मैसेज किया.
getting a little bit of control, but crucial. That happened so quickly, nobody can even control that. Kiekert wins
अब
the
तो
duel
भाई
on
पूरा
shot as
on
well.
the face खेल रहे हैं VP वाले, going for aggressive kills everywhere, every part of the map. They're not giving respect or space to the opponents.
one, but straight back in, of course, the early advantage speaking words here. Flames to find sensi as well. A little bit late there, but I think Robin was just about spotted. No, all in either Flames. And he does make it work. James, though, finds Robin. And all down to 1 on 2. James looking to make it 4 in this round, and he does exactly so. Well, James is on top of the leaderboard now on the server here.
18
kills from his side.
Deaths.
Hello Rohan.
Like, the fact
Well,
that he
VP
died
वर्सेस
twice
वैटेलिटी या
is
स्टारलेस
amazing.
जैसा सीन क्यों नहीं देखने मिलता सीएस रीजन में सिर्फ नावी सिर्फ दिखती है वाइसो भाई सीआईएस रीजन में अभी वीपी की जो फॉर्म चल रही है ना वो बहुत नेक्स्ट लेवल चल रही है वीपी को पे तुम नजर रखना भाई वीपी फोड़ के रख देगी भाई अपकमिंग इवेंट्स में एटलीस्ट फोड़ के नहीं तो दे विल गिव गुड कंपटीशन they're playing really good CS.
The legs and Mighty Max doesn't even realize it before it's too late.
What can I say?
जो CS एस्ट्रालिस खेलती है ना या वाइटैलिटी खेलती है और जो CS वीपी खेलती है या फोर्स खेलती है या कोई भी ये वो रशियन या उस साइड की टीम खेलती है बहुत अलग है टैक्टिकली भी और फंडामेंटली भी थोड़ा बहुत डिफरेंस है स्टाइल में जो अपनी रशियन टीम्स है ना वो थोड़ा फ्री फ्लोइंग एग्रेसिव नेचर वाली ज्यादा है जो वाइटैलिटी है और एस्ट्रालिस है वो कैलकुलेटिव बहुत है उन टर्म्स में उनके जो डिसीजंस है बहुत ज्यादा फंडामेंटली थॉट आउट रहते हैं ये जो रशियन टीम्स के रहते हैं थोड़े इंस्टिंक्टिव ज्यादा रहते हैं जैसे ये या किंडर है या बस्टर है बहुत ज्यादा अपनी इंस्टिंक्ट्स पे खेलते हैं बहुत ज्यादा जहाँ पे इनको पता भी है ना ये पनिश खा सकते हैं वो प्ले पे फिर भी वो कर देते हैं क्योंकि अगर वो वर्कआउट कर दिया वो इनको राउंड जितवा भी सकता है हरवा भी सकता है समझ रहे हो तुम जैसे अभी तुम देख रहे हो इनके पास मनी बन गई है तो दे आर प्लेइंग सो मच एग्रेसिव ऑन द फेस दे आर लाइक स्पेस देना ही नहीं चाह रहे कभी कोई कहीं पुश कर रहा है कभी कोई कहीं पुश कर रहा है वो बात है सारी एक छोटा सा एग्जांपल है जो दिया मैंने
There's lots of options open for Endpoint. Do they go B? Do they maybe even go A via connector as the rotations have surely happened already? But sensi does not find the kill against Mighty Max.
चलो भाई James has everything on his shoulder now.
For Endpoint, and already Mighty Max already out further
बहुत ही
than expected from James.
गंदी पोजीशन में फंसा हुआ है.
Beaker is there to support. Has got his teammates back.
No, bro, you can't plant.
Does not even care.
No, not like this.
And all down to Robin.
I wish I was just a viewer here because, well, I might as well be because this is just
not like this.
VP are taking us out for a ride right now.
Yeah, they're like
James
okay,
full
lads,
fire.
let us show you
James
how
no
this is
stopping.
supposed to
21,
how this game is
1-2.
supposed to go
Shit.
And what we're supposed to do. Well, this is as good as it gets. VP 11-4. It's a dominant show of hand. Endpoint. Let's kind of set up the scenario for them. First of all, they have to go up against James, who's already, notorious for his stuff.
ᴍᴏᴜ है ना ये हजार है ना
And then second of all, they have to go up against the rest of VP that are absolutely crazy good right now. I mean, look at ᴍᴏᴜ, 19 frags. Look at sensi at 15. And Buster and ᴍᴏᴜ, who usually perform pretty well as well, are actually really quiet in this match. So,
ये क्या नो नहीं नहीं यार हो जाता है हो जाता है सबके साथ हो जाता है बड़ों से बड़ों के साथ.
The pistol is here. Let's see what happens as a mid push comes on. It's going to be a connector play and a connector
fast
commitment
cons
and a smoke into jungle. I like this. They might transition into jungle itself. This is perfect. Crucial might get absolutely pincered in if he does not hit a few of those
jungle take ले लिया है.
Take his head off immediately. In sandwich, Surreal is checked, but it's Flames that gets caught as Surreal.
Nice shot.
He's trying to defend the line from Ticket.
रैंप से आ रहा है एक कनेक्टर से. Come on, no. Hey Logi, have you ever seen no black tapes? I haven't. पुराना VP का टीम सही था न्यूटैस पाशा वाला. ये बेटर रहेगा भाई. Now the standard of CS is really raised. That's why पुराना VP का roster change हुआ because they were like I don't want to say but they were समझ जाओ भाई अब. बाकी तुम समझदार हो.
I mean, that takes up
गेम में बहुत
PVAL in
फर्क
the
और
open for Yekindar.
गेम
He was
बहुत
so
इवॉल्व
sure of
हुई है भाई
himself.
उस टाइम में और अब
And of
टाइम में.
course, 21 kills definitely
अब
reflects that
बहुत
confidence
अलग
level.
CS चलती है पहले टाइम से, बहुत अलग.
Yeah,
The third
absolutely
pistol
does.
here.
Well, it is going to be an opportunity for the side of Endpoint to still keep this one in check if they can. 4 SMGs and an AK is what they're going to be dealing with. MP7 even, that's something you don't see every day. It becomes a rarity to have that weapon in play. Is this actually a B commitment? Because it looks like it. This would be insane.
Re-evaluating here.
Yeah.
The thing is, they actually
Snacks.
pretty much just took 35 seconds and didn't really do anything. Sure, maybe unsecure parts on the side of
Yekindar पे
Endpoint,
हेलमेट नहीं है.
but they're just holding on to their normal angles. Smoke now down in towards the apartments, already rotate back over towards the A bomb site, and Endpoint arguably now has better positions than they had initially, starting off here on the A site.
Definitely, they've read this a lot better.
Yekindar coming connector, team setting up A.
Can they hold it though? Well, certainly they can try.
Oh no, does not hit the damage though.
Topcon, deep jungle smoke.
The AK and the Mech-10s, don't forget, they can be absolutely deadly at the right time, at the right
और
place. Oh no, the Deagle is crucial, he needs to hit that, and no! The weapons just simply fall apart against the Mech-10s. As I said, it's a problem, and indeed, right now, Robin and Mighty Max, maybe they can do something here, but the answer is a resounding bloody no, as 13-4 comes up on the board. It's 14-4 most likely, as this is a full eco for Endpoint, and it is the last
Reply नहीं कर
chance
रहे
they'll
यार ये
have
लोग
of the
कि
round
आएंगे कि नहीं.
of 19, or the 19th round.
I think for one part, sure, their chances weren't even all too bad, because you have to consider, okay, well, if he
Did
finds
you
that
saw
first
Simple
scout
Surprise to Logo tweet?
headshot
No, bro.
towards connector,
I
Yekindar is
didn't.
taken out. You have the support coming in from jungle. You also have a little bit more confidence after hitting the first headshot, so you're looking for more. And after that doesn't come to fruition, then
Yekindar भागता ही जा रहा है भाई, रुक ही नहीं रहा.
their work, and in the end, the SMGs are strong enough.
They have the full mid control, holding A and B.
Yeah, why not?
To keep their revenues open.
Get a lot of extra cash. You're not going to be strapped for it in the long run then either. Robin finds one. Buster on the trade though. And of course right now, VP, they just need to make sure those Eagles don't get the upper hand.
No,
and right now,
not.
That seems to be the case. Yekindar making
क्या
full
reply
use
दिया उसने?
of the MP7. Robin preoccupied with Palace. And then the peekaboo peek from Buster.
Well, let's look at this match as a debut match for Endpoint, right? This is the match that inoculates them onto the higher tiers of CS, and it gives them a taste of what they'll be facing off with, I guess, once they begin to play on this level at all times. And I think this is a good learning curve and a learning experience for Endpoint in a general sense.
भाई पुराने
And,
CS
it's
players
not like
और
they
जो
haven't played against
NACS है
good
भाई
teams
वो
like this before, but it's more about,
खत्म होती
okay,
जा
this
रही
is
है यार.
one of the, well, not the
हमें
first,
कुछ
but
करना
definitely
पड़ेगा
amongst
दोस्तों CS के लिए.
the few times that they've played against better teams in official matches, and in this case against VP, it's a good test of mettle and strength. And let's see if they're
कभी नहीं सोचा था भाई कि ऐसा होगा. Valorant जैसी गेम कभी आएगी और सब CS वाले मतलब split up हो जाएंगे games में.
Even though we have our doubts
Nova
about
posted
VP,
pic
even though
with
they've had
girlfriend saying good
they've
morning.
had their ups and downs, and
So,
when they
bro?
first started off with this roster, it wasn't exactly a solid one, but we can see how far they've come here and how well they've been able to build themselves. And Yekindar gets
Double
himself
entry.
another angle of attack, and it's
यार ये
surreal
मैप
that
में
it's caught
बिल्कुल
in connector.
फोकस
It's
नहीं
gonna be
किया
flames.
देखने
It's
पे.
gonna be absolutely demolished. If they read him well enough, and a little bit of a one-way, but unfortunately it doesn't really help because it's a single frag he gets. Mighty Max, you need to get a frag here, mate. Nope. Oh my lord, come on. Every single time we look at a Endpoint player to get something done, he gets absolutely smashed to bits and pieces. And it's down to crucial 1v3. And as
वही
I
यार
said,
मुझे तो
Endpoint,
लगता है
we
कि
need to look
सोच
at
2
this as
आएगी
a
एंसर
learning
से 100
curve
लगा
and
दो एंड स्कोर खत्म
see
हो
what
रहा है
they can
प्रेजेंट स्कोर 15
be, well,
फॉर्स
what mistakes they can recognize of
सोच
their
2
own
से
from
उम्मीद
this
है
and fix them, if at all possible.
Exactly. And it's a point where then you can kind of compare, okay, how does our playstyle match up with teams at a higher
सिंपल
caliber?
रिप्लाइड
What can we do once we maybe face them again? And surely, I mean, they're going to be
उनका
moving on
न्यूक
to
चल रहा है ना
stronger
सेकंड
tournaments.
मैप
They've certainly shown here they've had a great run towards a quarterfinal. Had a great run yesterday as well against Sango. Were able to also adjust during the game through a couple of issues here and there. But at the end of it, I think everybody expected only one result today, and that was VP to bring out the good old ᴨᴏ, and especially here in this sort of matching. I mean, it's a team like Endpoint that yesterday, I think, when I looked at the HLTV ranking, they were number 50. Today I looked at it, they were number 36. So certainly grew in that respect. But yeah, VP, certainly a top 10 team. And with the current ranking at number 6, I think well deserved with the victories that they've had recently and the teams that they were able to beat and the ease at that as well sometimes.
अगेन पेस
They
चेंज
definitely
ये किंडर
deserve that
लर्किंग मिड
right
गोइंग
now.
ए
Looking to
कह रहे
close
हैं भाई
things out
ज्यादा
quickly,
अपनी
maybe
स्ट्रेटेजी
a
रिवील
second
करने की
half
जरूरत ही
without
नहीं है हम ऐसे ही मार देंगे इनको
make it nice and easy.
ऐसा माइंडसेट दिख रहा है
You know
भाई
what? I'm actually... Oh, let's see. I'm actually pretty certain if we had seen Inferno instead of Mirage here as the second map, I think we would be able to see a much better game from Endpoint.
भाई
Mirage
ये
is a
किंडर ने बना दिया प्ले और
very
चले
wide
गया
map,
बी
and
पे
sometimes it
वाओ
just doesn't work out. And as we can see here for Endpoint, they're not looking too sweet on the money. They have no B control. They're about to
नो
lose a player. No.
टाइमिंग
Oh, hold up. Hold up.
Love that
Nice
stagnation though from
shot.
the other players towards the A bomb site.
Yeah.
Then Yakindar pulls the rotation back over
The
towards
timing.
B. For one part, he's going to be right in Crucial's neck in behind doing
GG.
damage. He finds the kill at the end as well with the headshot. It's 16-4. VP make it 2-0.
Yakindar.
First map to go.
Oh, what's this pie made of? Rocks?
Perhaps why I was the last pie in the pie warmer.
Oh, makes sense. But what about my tooth? I've maxed out my dental.
Switch to AHM's flexi packages and you can
वाह
choose
भाई
how
दांतों
you
की
use the
ऐड
included extras.
टूथपेस्ट
So you
की
get
आई
more of
मीन
the things you actually need, like routine dental.
Yeah, you're good at explaining things.
It's what I was made for, because I wasn't made for eating.
Only available at ahm.com.au. With AHM, you're good.
Strikes first here on the pistol round, opening things up against Snappy. Loads of players making their way down for Arnav. He's going to get all this information in. CT's on rotate. Right go with a headshot. They've all got their back turned. Finally, Spinks turns up and takes back Arky. ᴍᴏᴜᴱᴜ forced away from Hell. Just sees one coming in from Vent. They've got info on all three players now.
Really well played from Arky. Just a bait and switch setup, pulling distractions away. But the Glocks are at least trying to turn this round back in favor of Ents. There's a
बॉम्ब
chance
है
they
ना
can
इन
go
पे
hell to this
दैट
upper
मींस द
bomb side,
वेन्यूज
try
आर
and get
ओपन
that bomb
दे आर
down, at
गोइंग
least play
ए
the post plant with the extra bit of money.
Nearest P picked up for Spinks, going to lead that charge in. Bomb's going to drop.
शॉट
ᴍᴏᴜ with a swing and a hit. Dia now left alone. Serious HP disadvantage.
म्यूट्रिस ने
What
भाई क्या
was
शॉट
before.
मारे हैं ये राउंड में
In a 1v3, it's a little bit too much. 3 kills to the name of ᴍᴏᴜ as he wins the pistol for ᴍᴏ.
And they are going to force buy. We've actually seen both teams being pretty adamant to force buy in the second round on T, like whether they get bomb plan or not. When I do think about the eco rounds, though, I'd probably weigh it at like, what, 75%? Like, in terms of the eco rounds won, it's probably like 70-30
Force
in
buy.
favor of ᴍᴏ.
न्यूक
Ents
टी
haven't
साइड
quite found the same sort of success.
आउटर वॉल बनाई है
Let's see what they can do going into round 17. Fast vent dive, maybe topside Xe.
Possibility, they've got all sorts of flashbangs here. They come out of the gate.
Nice.
Roman shuts
The
down
A anchor
two.
was pure
Now Logi
anti-flash.
comes back with the deagle, but Roman still back to the back lines, gets himself a frag back. Spinks the dodo, Snappy going back and forth. For a
What do you think about
1 versus 2.
Taco in
Serious
Godsend?
damage done towards the CT side.
गॉडसेंड का यार ये
That's
जो
it, back
नया
to
लाइनअप है
Arky.
मैंने
It
इनके
was
कुछ
one for
मैचेस देखे हैं तो बढ़िया खेल रहे हैं ये एज अ टीम भी एंड एज अ इंडिविजुअल्स दे आर पुटिंग अप
Again,
नंबर
damage being done from
बट
each
टियर 1 पे
family.
आई डोंट
Looking to
थिंक
stay
सो
in,
दे
so
विल
a
बी एबल टू
serious,
अचीव मच
deficit of,
इन टियर 2
money line here for the
टूर्नामेंट्स
team inside.
they will be like tier 2 tournaments में they will be up in semi-finals finals but in tier 1 I don't think so they stand much of a
How
chance
many S's in that, Jay?
Oh, bloody hell, 0.
Phelps is in a really good touch individually
Some primary
he's
school
popping
crap,
off
I swear.
ये कास्टर को क्या हो
I
गया
really didn't think you'd do that one. Maybe Twitch chat doesn't know though.
I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't. Honestly, that was a very.
Do you reckon it's like an English thing, or do you reckon it's just like a primary school everywhere sort of thing?
I think it might be like. I think
Guys, जिसने stream like नहीं किया है, like जरूर कर देना और subscribe भी कर देना.
Ah, right, okay.
Like the older ones do, but like because the internet culture. But I've known many Americans that don't understand that joke whatsoever.
There we go. Okay.
Nice try though. Nice try.
Got to get him somehow.
Deagle set on the eco. P50 for Dia, and that's about it. The rifles, of course, on full frontal for Saw. A heavy investment with the M4s here. So any damage being done by Ents in this next round is going to be damage that severely hurts the economy line. Like, even if it is just one or two, that's going to...
Buffer? No. And what about new MIBR lineup? New MIBR lineup का मैंने देखा नहीं यार इतना. I haven't seen them play, so I can't comment. जिसका मैंने देखा है उस पे मैं तो बोल सकता हूँ ना confidently. MIPR का लाइनअप क्या है नया मेरे को वो भी नहीं पता. उनके प्लेयर्स के मेरे को आइडिया नहीं है नए MIPR वाले. लेट मी चेक क्या रोस्टर है उनका.
Nuke is one of those sort of maps with so much more complexion in terms of getting a bomb down on an eco that you've really got to do the hard yards. You've got to find some pretty nice opening kills. They just try and drive.
अच्छा बोल्ड CL चलो. ये पुराना वो लाइनअप है अपना. क्या टीम थी इनकी? इनकी पुरानी टीम का नाम क्या था? Immortals था I think. I don't remember.
And that will be a round secured by.
This is also a decent roster, but इनका tier 1 में I don't know how will it be. X Boom.
AKs across the board.
Yep.
No AWPs. There is a scope weapon over on the CT side, but it's an AUG as opposed to.
Let's see, bro. ब्राजील की उम्मीद सिर्फ फॉलन और लिक्विड के कंधों पे कायम है. हाहा.
A little bit more of a slower kind of round, try and get some outside presence, something they did pretty much heavily against Sprout yesterday on their T side, even though we didn't get to see much of it.
Outer wall, 4 guys going outer, lobby spinks.
One of them obviously got disallowed by the molly, perhaps.
स्मोक फेल करा दिया मॉली से, वो बढ़िया था. आउटर प्लेयर का ये बड़ा एम्फेसिस रहता है इस चीज पे खासकर. नाइस शॉट. क्या है?
That Dia was not aware of facing wide going down, so Doro's going to take Snappy as well towards the outside control. I think he dropped the bomb as well.
Easy AUG. Hello अक्षय, कैसे हो भाई? अरे भाई मत. Those hogs are deadly. Yeah, that's why I use hog.
Double against Dotto.
क्या स्ट्रीम कर रहा है?
That's dealing with one. Now knowing there's another.
गेम वॉल्यूम हल्की सी बढ़ा सकते हो, of course.
Oh, but catching up out to the outside with the utility in his hands, just does exactly where Spinks is, shuts him down, grabs the AK for it. And that's 9 to the board of Saw. 4 rounds.
Henny is better than Lucas on. Henny और Lucas के रोल बहुत डिफरेंट है. Henny is a opper, Lucas is a rifler. तो बहुत फर्क आ जाता है गेम पे. ऑपर के स्टैट्स हमेशा टीम में बेस्ट ही रहते हैं यूजुअली, बिकॉज़ लाइक इफ यू सी वाइटैलिटी में ऑपर ज़ाइवू, नावी में ऑपर सिंपल, अस्ट्रालिस में ऑपर डिवाइस. दैट्स व्हाई ऑपर्स को ज़्यादा एवेन्यू मिलता है. दे कैन बी एग्रेसिव, दे कैन वन शॉट में किल बॉडी पे. तो आई एम नॉट सेइंग इट्स इजी, बट दे हैव मोर like more consistent and their role is also like थोड़ा सा पैसिव रह के खेलना होता है. हर टाइम नहीं, थोड़ा सा. लूकस एंट्री फ्रैगर है, उसको पहले जाना ही है. अगर वो मरा तो मरा. उसका काम स्पेस क्रिएट करना है ना. हैनी का काम वो नहीं है. हैनी का काम है इम्पैक्ट क्रिएट करना. ये क्या हो रहा है यार?
Looking down on Squeaky, expecting some sort of contact from the T side.
Yep, I know they are brothers.
They're behind that smoke, but they're not going to try and press the issue here. He'll back off towards the main side defense as a result here to the back lines of the A silos.
हॉपर्स
back
को
in,
भी
nades to
सेट
follow.
करते हैं बाकी के टीम में।
That one's going to get well
नहीं
placed.
ऐसा भी नहीं है भाई।
Oh, quite a lot of damage. The spray continues. The bomb gets dropped in vents, and they have seen it. Just knows that there's players out here. They're going to make a noise. Are they going to find the kill? Stray bullets going so close towards
But
Doctor on 2
Liquid is
points of health.
pro-mane,
He's
yep.
so
But
susceptible
they
to
have
death.
fallen.
You've got a player on the lower side as well to try to deny the bomb plant.
Brazilian last hope. यार चलो गाइज यार मैं ना स्ट्रीम बंद करता हूँ, मैं लंच भी कर लेता हूँ और वैसे ही पता नहीं बहुत बफर हो रहा है, तो अब कल मिलते हैं, कल स्ट्रीम करूँगा। अब तो भाई प्रैक्टिस चलेगी आफ्टरनून में थोड़ी लेट टाइम पे। थैंक यू फॉर ट्यूनिंग इन गाइज एंड मेक श्योर टू लाइक एंड सब्सक्राइब। मिलते हैं भाई कल।